Send. Send. And send. Oh. Ow. Alright. Well, Akari really wanted to be here, so I waited a bit, but she's probably still busy, so we'll try to go a little slow for her to catch up. Forgot to do my Nikkei dailies, that's why I started about an hour late. Very important stuff I needed to do. But yeah. We're here. A game that won't crash my computer. To my knowledge. At least it better not. I swear to God if it does. I'll be upset. Anyways. We're back with more Ace Attorney. Do I have my tags correct? Do I have anything correct? Okay, I think we're fine. Hi, Dory. It's fine, you can swear in my stream, I honestly don't care. I don't think it has to be 18 plus in order for you to say that stuff. Especially when flipping 13-year-olds and younger say it anyways. But we're not going to get into that. Anyways. What the heck do we have going on here? We have pepper. We can actually season our burgers finally, Maya. We can actually have a decent time. The box, autopsy report. Okay. Not too big of a deal. Yep. This was, yep, that. Profiles, flippin' Mo. Go, makes the center Jack face, by the way. The who? Oh, flippin' Jack from Danganronpa? Okay. She looks like the kind of girl that would make that stupid. Yep. Yep. That. Oh, that's her. Oh, okay. Anyways. Anyways, yeah. So we're here doing stuff. I can't see a thing that you just sent me. I can barely see those people. A little bit. I'm looking at it on my computer. I can't zoom in. I do not feel like pulling out my phone right now. I'll look at it later. I'm an hour late already. I need to stream. It's fine, Tori. It can wait. Nick? What is it? I've got a confession to make. I'm terrible at figuring out magic tricks. Magic tricks? Yep. Magic tricks are by their very definition tricks, right? I can never figure out the tricks when I see them. It's because the tricks are performed by pros. They do it so you can't guess the tricks. But, the trick Pearly showed you was incredible! Pearl's did a magic trick? What kind of trick was it? Let's see. It looks like she pulled the end of her own thumb off. First she put her right thumb next to her left hand, and then it just separated. She could move it up and down and everything! It was incredible! Really? Was it kind of like this? What? Wow, how'd you do that? Nick, you're like a real magician. This is why I just can't figure out magic. I'm no good at it. Especially hard tricks like flying away from the scene of a murder. You'll take all the fun out of magic if you keep trying to figure it out. That's true. But it can be fun to know how as well. What you gotta say? What to do? I don't see any way out of this. We're stuck between a rock and a hard place. No way we can solve the mystery of a criminal flying by tomorrow. I was thinking, do you really think the criminal flew through the air? The only one who thinks that is Mo, right? He said that he saw it. That's true. Mo looked awfully serious when he said that. Do you think he might be trying to frame Max? If that was it, he would have simply said, I saw Max. That would have been enough. There's no reason why anyone would believe he flew. But what if the criminal really did fly? There's only one person who could do that. Max. You're really not helping my confidence here, Maya. Everyone seems to hate Max. Ben, Trillo, Mo, all have nothing nice to say. He does seem rather full of himself, doesn't he? Especially when he says things like customers only go to the circus to see him. He even hit Ben over the head with a bottle. But what? That doesn't seem enough to frame another person for murder. It was proven that neither Ben nor Mo lied on the stand. Maybe Ben saw the ringmaster wearing Max's costume, but Mo clearly said he saw Max himself. Charlie, great decorative plant. Nick, you've been watering the plant every day, right? I was thinking about watering it too. Maya, we don't want to drown poor Charlie. You get bigger! Does she want the office to look like a tropical rainforest or something? Why not? Giant building just outside the window. It's the Gatewater Hotel, a high-class luxury hotel. Lately, they've been holding huge events at the Gatewater. Seems they've really become a top-class hotel. I wonder if that bellboy would remember us. Probably. Also the newest member of the Steel Samurai universe. You know about the new Steel Samurai movie they're making, don't you, Nick? Yeah, I heard that they're making a movie starring the new cast. It's already out! Critics say, time to commit harakiri if you missed this action epic. You don't say. You know, I bet the star will win this year's Hero of Heroes Grand Prix. Yeah. Oh, sure. Alright, already, I'll go see the movie. Hey, let's hurry in, wrap this case up so we can see it. If you're looking legal books in a formidable row, they mock me. Hey, I'm reading that one. You know I'm studying the law now, right? I put that bookmark on the page I was reading. Don't you dare move it. What? You're reading? These? A bookmark, huh? You mean this thing? It was only on the second page. Well, you have to start somewhere, right? You do realize that you have 1,000 pages to go, right? You really should sell all these books, Nick. My desk. So I don't have time to sit. It's unusually clean. It's covered with dust. Maybe you should use your desk every now and again. What? What do you do when you don't work at your desk? You don't have a case every single flippin' day, at least not that we know of. So what do you do? You hear that? Sounds like two people arguing. Oh god. Oh no, I don't have Vidac here.
Alright, let's do it. Are you ready?
Yes, wait.
Quit your whining! Let's just give this a shot already. Alright, let's go.
Row, row, row your boat.
Row, row, row your boat. What are you doing? Gently down the stream. Come on, you know that.
I try my best, but Trillo, this just isn't going to work.
To enjoy saying dumb things, you're gonna have to be on your own someday. If you can't handle something as simple as this, what are you gonna do then?
Rip your throat? What? Oh, to voice them? Yeah.
Hello, Ben. Hello to you too, Trillo. What are you doing here? Can't you see we're on a secret crash training course?
I'm sorry. Secret crash training. Whoa. Yes, Trillo wouldn't give up until I said we'd try out his new idea for a new routine. So we were trying to sing it around for our new ventriloquism act.
Around? You can really do that? That's incredible. See? See? Even they're surprised by the idea. I told you.
You're not the only ones. You even surprised me with your idea.
Because we got a grip on the basics, and it's just a matter of practice.
You think so?
Oh, I almost forgot. I wanted to give this back to you. Ah, there it is. Now I've got the spring back. It's time to take one more shot at Regina.
Maya, you're not supposed to give that back. That's evidence. It's evidence, Maya. No! Looks like a pelican, kind of a little bit, yeah. Did you actually get back the ring, you absolute moron?
I know that you already testified in court today. You want to talk about what you saw, right?
Yes.
First we thought it was the old man. Just looking at his walk and how he acted, right, Ben?
Huh? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Then we said hello and didn't even get a reply. Not to mention he was draped in those gaudy symbols.
Why'd you have thought if he wasn't wearing the symbols?
What do you think, Ben?
What? Oh, I would have thought he was a ringmaster. Just isn't adding up here. I wonder who they really saw. I was hoping I could ask you about Regina.
I'm completely serious about her. That's why I'm waiting for her even now.
Really? That's so sweet. If you really wanted to see Regina, shouldn't you check out the tent?
Ha! You haven't got a clue about things, do you, sweetheart? Eh? Waiting like this is part of being in love. How so? If you had a clue, you would know that waiting is such sweet, wonderful torture. When your body aches for your partner's love, that's one of the best parts.
Yeah, I knew that. Poor Maya. She's so red she looks like a vine-ripe tomato. So how's this new routine working out?
Hey, two, just take a chill pill already. Our routines are secret. We're gonna take the ventriloquism world by storm. It'll be a real revolution.
That's incredible. I cannot do the flippin' voice that Vidac did. I cannot do it justice.
Let me make one thing clear. We're not gonna take on the world just because that jerk said we should.
That jerk?
Max Galactica. Former should aim for the world. Who does he think he is?
Trillo, you seem to really be fired up about all this.
He needs to realize that he isn't the only one who can conquer the world stage.
You're right. You're right.
Mark my words, I, Trillo Quist, will win the Grand Prix.
You're the man now, doll.
Row, row, row your boat will be the key to a glorious victory.
Not to write any parade, but wouldn't a more mature song be best?
Hey, you gotta start somewhere, right? Don't screw this up, you gotta be a part of this too.
Forgot forgot. I might want to go talk to Max first. Oh, my sweeties! You mind hurrying up and getting me out of this place? We're doing our best, Max. Just hang in there. A little while ago, some people from a local TV station came by. And to some famed magician, they said, let's make you your very own TV special.
Really? What kind of TV special?
Maximilian Galactica, the great prison escape. It would be aired live.
Hey, it sounds like it would be an awesome special.
If I do the special before I'm acquitted, they'll never let me out of here for real. Well, it should be an unnecessary addition to your troubles with the law. That's what I was thinking. But the production staff is already working on the show. You don't get me out quick. I'll have no choice but to stage a real prison break. You seem awfully calm about that possibility. I have no choice. It would be a contractual obligation. That's show business. And then the sad music. The night of the murder, you didn't have to fly off into the sky, did you? Here's how everything went down, sweetie. At the time of the murder, I was sitting in the ringmaster's room. Not to mention, flying off into the sky is not just something I can do at will. I don't care what the Stooges clown says. It wasn't me.
Max, do you mind teaching me the trick behind flying?
You'll have to forgive me, sweetie. The difference between me and cheap imitation magicians is that I keep my mouth shut. I won't teach people tricks, but I will say this much. It's much harder than you think. Yeah?
I was thinking about this in court today. I had a favor to ask of you.
Anything for you, sweetie.
Be friends with the other performers in the circus!
Fabulous! A great joke! Why would I be friends with a bunch of hacks like them?
But...
I've won on the world stage. I have won the International Grand Prix. International Grand Prix? Performers should always look to perform on the world stage. But the performers at this circus are completely and utterly devoid of ambition. That is something that I cannot simply tolerate. Ambition, huh?
Not what Max just said, it rings true to my ears.
Oh my sweeties want to hear all about the Grand Prix, don't they? To be honest though, I've told this story like 100 times already, so it's a bit boring. I'm sorry to make you tell it again. You must not have heard me. I am really sick of telling the story. What can you do? I'm Maximilian Galactica. I suppose I can tell it again. Voila! Here, take a look at this. I just happen to have a picture from the Grand Prix with me. So look at that fabulous stage. That is the first stage that I ever flew on. I flew right over the audience. The crowd erupted into applause. At that time, I thought to myself that I could die right then and die a happy man. I'll never forget how I felt that night. The emotions, the acclaim. Wow. By the way, I think everyone who was a performer should get to experience that feeling. I wish I could explain that to the other people in the circus. Incredible, Max.
I want a trophy too. Hey Nick, how about you buy me a trophy?
That's not how you earn a trophy, Maya. My sweeties, you can have this picture of my triumph. Just make sure you show it to all the other members of the circus. Look and learn. That's what you should tell them. Learn how to get thrown in jail? Learn how to get punched to the ground? Alright. As you wish.
Do you mind taking a look at this?
It's...
I guess we won't need you to look at this after all.
You don't care.
Yeah. Huh? Where's Regina?
I don't know. If she's with that tiger, I don't want to find out. Let's hurry up and get out of here.
Nick, you're kind of a chicken, aren't you?
No. I'm just, allergic to wild tigers. Yeah, that's what it is. I'd be flippin' terrified as well.
Max and the ringmaster had their talk in this room.
It could have been when the ringmaster put on Max's costume and went outside.
How do you do that anyway? Was it really that cold or something?
It's probably the closest thing that he could grab. White paper sticking out of the coat pocket. Oh.
Where?
Calm down, Maya. You can't just go rummaging through people's coats. You always make me feel like I'm doing something wrong. Because you are. Why were you checking for me? I wasn't. I want to go do you think I am anyway. I don't think I'm gonna find anything new here. What about the cafeteria? Still haven't cleaned this place up yet. Probably get one look at the state of this place. She'd slap whoever was in charge across the face. I'm going to never invite her to my office. Right? Or, bulletins. Boring. Maybe she wouldn't take it seriously. It's on top of the stand. Look here, Max has written on it. Must be his VIP table. Still eat hamburgers, it's true. No, not you. Oh, it's you two. You look like you just got hit by a truck. Shouldn't you get some rest? Ugh, taking a rest right now, pal. I've been listening to some crazy clown's life story. Miss Von Karma told me to come down here and do this for her. Yeah, I figured as much. Let me tell you something, pal. Listen to that old clown sucks all your energy. Every time he's done talking, he looks at you like you should be doing something. The thing is waiting for you to laugh at his jokes. I know that, pal. Do you have any idea how much your face hurts if you fake laugh? Do you have any idea how much your face hurts if you fake laughing that much? Oh! Oh my god, that does actually make grammatical sense. I'm just stupid. Francisca really set you up bad this time, didn't she? If you ask me, she should be listening to Mo herself. No way, pal! You're not gonna get me to backbite a woman with a whip. No way! Why are you defending her? Prosecutor Von Karma's always got her rights on us. And every time you definitely don't want her to show up, poof, there she is. Don't show up, don't show up, don't show up, don't show up, don't show up. Looks like she's wound him up pretty tight. She's directly above us as we speak. Huh? How's that possible? According to the clown, Cobra jumped from here and disappeared into the sky. That's what happened. It means a killer passed right by this window, pal. Oh, I see. Who lives in that room? Behind the window up there? The acrobat's got his room up on the third floor, it seems. Pretty soon, Miss Von Karma's gonna start an investigation up there. So don't get any ideas of going up to the acrobat's room. Got it, pal? Francisca Von Karma. She's done with her investigation. I think I'll go up there and check it out. Mo's not here. If he was here, he would have been able to tell even before you stepped into his room. Sure, you would have heard him laughing away. What do you think he's laughing at when he's all by himself? I always thought he was just thinking up new jokes. Must really love his work. else looks nice, but the desk's old and cheap. Throw the big foot on the desk. Hmm. Okay. Must be missing something. Oh! Oh. Where is Vidak when you need him? Where is my amazingly talented voice actor? Honestly. Probably spending time with his loved one. Ugh. No, don't go to that screen! God dang it! Hang on. Look, fix it again. Hate that so much. Alright, welcome to the wonderful, the fabulous, the cafeteria! Yikes, he's in an awfully good mood. Alright, you know what time it is. Riddle time! Why does everyone cry when they eat Mexican pizza? Come on, you can answer this. It's easy. Because cafeteria Mexican pizza is possibly a weapon of bowel destruction? Wrong! Try again. Okay, what do you think, girlie? I got it! Okay, what is your answer? Because they're on the cafeteria. Exactly! It's an incredibly sad place, that cafe. Oh! I did it! What's going on? He's being too nice. Today's been a really crazy day, hasn't it? You're telling me. I didn't think it was going to be so tough. Tough? Yeah, it was a tough crowd. That's what you call a crowd that refuses to laugh. For instance, it was such a tough crowd this morning, I had to smash watermelons. Told them all a great story and even greater jokes, but no one busted out laughing. You even used the famed no shoes, no shirt, no service joke. Exactly! You know I laugh at stunning comedy like that. Are you 100% sure about your testimony today? I saw what I saw, I swear! That creep just flew through the air? It wasn't exactly flying per se. It was more like floating. The silhouette of his face made me positive it was Max. I don't see a cyclock. He must be telling the truth. What do I show you the picture? Ah, not this picture! You showed it to you guys too. Huh? You've seen it as well? Well, you know what they say about Max Milling Galactica. He really gets around. Oh! Oh yeah, he didn't just show me the picture. What do you mean? He showed me his bust too. Let me tell you, that thing is enormous. It's the picture, I think. He'd make us worship it every day. He made us bow to his greatness. He's got a big bust. You know who else? I wouldn't mind hearing more about that. Oh my god, no. No, Hikari, I wish you were here. That's a screenshot. Not that I'm into that sort of thing. Here's a few busts I want to see. It's okay, Phoenix. Max's bust should be on that small table over there. There's nothing over there.
Howdy.
You did not! No! What? Right after I read a sentence that I think you would have really loved, I'm like, man, I'm sad Hikari's not here. I continued. 3 seconds later, howdy. No, dude.
The timing.
Oh my god, no. No. We can go back. We can go back. We can go back. I made a recent save. We can go back.
Alright.
I guess to catch you up to speed.
Yeah, the...
We kind of just went looking around places. The Gatewater Hotel has been holding a lot of events apparently. Maya finally coerced Phoenix to taking her to see the new Steel Samurai movie. She really hopes that the new Steel Samurai cast win the Hero of Heroes award or whatever that is. We saw Ben and Trillo again. Maya did an illegal and gave them back evidence, aka the ring. Gumshoe mentioned to not enter the acrobat's room, which is on the 3rd floor, the room where we found our badge. Because Francisco's currently in there. So we're waiting on that. And apparently every single time that she's mentioned, Gumshoe has to beg and plead that she doesn't appear, because she does that. And when we talked with Max, who was like, I really don't like the circus people because they don't have any ambition in their performances. He's like, every single performer should have the ambition to go on to the International Grand Prix, and these guys don't really seem to care that much. Which is why he seems to be so hard on them. And then he gave us this picture. Which is him winning the Grand Prix.
Interesting.
And then we found Mo. Let me finish up my TCG pocket thing real quick. How are you doing?
Effectively boiling alive, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's been hot today.
It's been hot over here too. Tori's been talking about how hot it is over there for her too. Around 100 all day. I don't know how hot it's been today for me. Probably feels like 100, a little under. Okay. I think for me, yeah, the high today was 94 for me. Oh god, it's supposed to be. Ugh.
Yeah.
90s the rest of the week.
Yeah.
Ugh. Disgusting. All right, welcome to the wonderful and fabulous the cafeteria. Yikes, he's in an awfully good mood. All right, you know what time it is? Riddle time. Why does everyone cry when they eat Mexican pizza? Come on, you can answer this. It's easy. Because cafeteria Mexican pizza is possibly a weapon of bowel destruction. Wrong. Try again. Okay, what do you think, girly?
Oh, I got it.
What'd you answer?
Because they're in the cafeteria.
Exactly! It's an incredibly sad place, that cafe.
I did it!
What's going on? He's being too nice.
Today's been a really crazy day, hasn't it?
You're telling me? I didn't think it was going to be so tough.
Tough?
Yeah, it was a tough crowd. That's what you call a crowd that refuses to laugh. For instance, it was such a tough crowd this morning I had to smash watermelons. I told them all a great story and even greater jokes, but no one busted out laughing.
You even used the famed no shoes, no shirt, no service joke.
Exactly! How can you not laugh at sudden comedy like that? Poor Mo. Gumshoe was outside because he was taking a break from listening to Mo.
Mm-hmm.
Because of what happened during the trial the day before.
Oh.
So, of course, as predicted, Gumshoe was forced to listen to his stories by Francisca. And he's like, that clown always, while he's telling his stories, he always looks at you as if expecting something. Phoenix is like, he's probably waiting for you to laugh at his stupid jokes. I know that, pal. Do you know how hard it is? Do you know how much her face hurts after having to fake laughing that much? Poor Gumshoe. And then apparently Ben and Trillo are trying to get better acts to go on to the Grand Prix. Their first act. Row, row, row your boat. Yeah. Are you 100% sure about your testimony today? No, I saw what I saw, I swear! That creep just...
Flew through the air?
It wasn't exactly flying, per se. It was more like floating. The silhouette of his face made me positive it was Max. I don't see a Cyclock. Must be telling the truth. Alright, you were not prepared for this. Ah, not this picture! I showed it to you guys too.
Huh? You've seen it as well?
Well, you know what they say about Maximilian Galactica. He really gets around. Oh yeah, he didn't just show me the picture.
What do you mean?
What do you think he's about to say?
Good question.
Oh, okay, hold on. I'm gonna show you the picture again. He's gonna talk about this picture. I want you, if you have any guess as to what he's gonna say.
I have no idea.
Okay. He showed me his bust too. Let me tell you, that thing is enormous.
Understandable.
It's in the picture, I think. Yeah, you see it, don't you? All three of those busts.
Yep.
He'd make us worship it every day. He'd made us bow to his greatness. He's got a big bust. I wouldn't mind hearing more about Max's bust. Not that I'm into that sort of thing. Jesus Christ. And that's where we're at.
Understandable.
Max's bust should be on that small table over there. There's nothing over there. Really? Oh yeah. When was it? Say about 5 days ago, all of a sudden, the bust disappeared.
It disappeared?
If you want to see it, there's a photo on the bulletin board over there. Max just had to put the picture up.
Hey, this thing's really cool. Nick! I want someone to make a bust of me. Oh, no.
Sure, as long as I'm not paying for it.
Aw. Yeah.
Is there anything else that's changed about this place? Nope, nothing changed that I can see. Who's actually thinking about this, or if he's setting up a bad joke? Oh, nope, I'm drawing a blank here. A quiet Mo is a good Mo in my book.
Guess there really aren't any other things that have changed, huh?
Well, there is this one teensy tiny thing that does seem different.
Tell us, tell us.
Well, on the morning of the crime, over on that bulletin board. They're neat cards. Why those are white. Well, why is he green? Was it made out of emerald?
Probably bronze. Or copper. Probably copper.
No.
No. Bronze.
It says on the flippin' description, I just didn't read it.
Nope.
The morning of the crime, over there on the bulletin board. This piece of paper was posted front and center. Piece of paper? It's torn, so I don't know what it said, but I can see its title.
Yikes! It says to the murderer.
Murderer? Yep, that's what it says. And the rest of it has been ripped off. I don't know who posted it. When did you find this? Morning before the murder.
Before the murder?
Yes, the ringmaster was killed the night after this paper was discovered.
Who in the world posted this thing?
Huh. Nick, I think we better follow up on this important lead.
I have an idea as to where to go with it, actually. I remember when examining the ringmaster's coat, he said there was some paper inside of it. Scrap of white paper sticking out the coat pocket. Go down. Okay, you're not gonna let me look at it.
Means we have to find
Someone else, probably.
some. Yeah.
Like these two idiots. They also said nothing about the Grand Prix photo, which is funny.
Would you mind taking a look at this?
It's...
I guess we won't need you to look at this after all.
Thank you, Ben. Nope. Okay. Does not care about Max's bust. Understandable. Oh, hold on. I wonder if Max knows anything. Ah!
Do you know anything about this note?
The morning of the murder, it was posted on the wall in the cafeteria. I do know all about that note. When I read it, my heart certainly skipped a beat.
Your heart skipped a beat?
While I was enjoying my morning tea, the ringmaster and company entered the room. And company? I guess it wasn't really company, it was just the ringmaster and my sweetie pie. The ringmaster read the note, he turned it incredibly bright red. All of a sudden, he tore it off the wall and shoved it into the pocket of his tailcoat. Oh.
Really? There we go. Out of curiosity, what in the world is written on that thing?
Let's see. Oh, I don't want to steal the fun from my sweeties. Go and find out on your own. I'm sure you can find it somewhere. You might also want to ask my sweetie pie princess. In other words, you don't know. Neat. There we go.
Hey, do you see that? There's a scrap of paper shoved into the pocket of the tailcoat.
You know, I've got a feeling I know what that is.
I bet it's the other half of the note Mo gave us. Now let's hurry and check this thing out, Nick. I knew it. It fits perfectly with the other piece.
And you somehow managed to fix it completely. There's not a single tear left.
Yup.
What's it say? What's it say? To the murderer, I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Meet me at 10 p.m. tonight at the Lodging House Plaza. 10:15. Conclusive evidence, huh? A bottle of flippin' pepper.
Hmm.
Ah yes, I know many murders that were committed by using a bottle of pepper.
Hmm. Tonight at 10 p.m.?
That's when the murder took place!
Now we need to find out who called out the ringmaster.
The Master's tailcoat.
It's been expertly cleaned and pressed. It's got one perfect crease.
The Master must have liked things neat and tidy.
It's kind of pointless, isn't it? There's no way this beats Mo's room. Now that's cool.
All I can hear in my head right now is This is the moment we find out that this is just Gideon from another universe.
I think
being haunted by Chuckles
there's-
or Mo.
yeah.
Oh.
There is a bit of information that I just realized.
What?
Early on, it was stated that one of the animals was put down.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
Leon.
it was the lion. Leon? Yeah. Someone was not happy about that, probably.
Yeah, she didn't seem like it.
Mm-hmm. What? Mo's gone?
There's a message on the bulletin board. I'm hungry, so I'll have to get some hamburgers. Love, Mo.
Hamburger.
We do have pepper. We could season it.
Mm-hmm. Just thinking about it's making me hungry. All of a sudden, I need a burger bad.
All of a sudden, I need a new partner. Bad. I have a confession to make.
Mm-hmm.
So number one, I have pizza next to me. Number two.
I mean, I'm eating dinner as well, so.
Number two, I don't remember what video I was watching or who brought it up.
Mhm.
Never mind, I know exactly what video I was watching and who brought it up.
Mhm.
I was watching a compilation of Nogla really loving McDonald's, and
Mhm.
in one of the clips, it talked about Moo was like, I'm gonna get you a body pillow of a hamburger or of a quarter pounder or whatever. I actually flippin' looked up body pillow. There's a
That
body
is
pillow that
funny.
has like a picture of a hamburger posted like all over it, like you would with like stars or something.
Mm-hmm.
But not one of like an anime waifu burger. I was a little upset.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the first thing that
I'm
comes.
sorry. I'm just imagining like freaking anime waifu, except the head has been replaced by a hamburger.
Funny you mentioned that.
Oh no.
Hold on. There's something Where was it? Where was it? There it is. I'm not showing this on stream.
Understandable.
I'm gonna send it to you directly. I saw that when looking for the body pillow. For context for the stream, it is a chicken nugget from McDonald's. In a McDonald's. Was an anime girl. body. Just the head is replaced and it's blushing with anime eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell if it's AI or not, but God, it's funny.
Yup.
Oh God, I hate it. Oh. Lodging house. Hey, Gumshoe.
Hey, Detective Gumshoe. I'm sure you did a good job as usual.
Well, I am done with the investigation of the Acrobat. Finally. With Miss Von Karma.
Hmm. What?
Uh,
Nick, what is that beeping sound?
It's Miss Von Karma.
Huh?
Every time I hear that sound, she's usually not very far behind. Some sort of pager or something? If you don't mind, pal, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Quick. See ya, pal!
I didn't know that Gumshoe could run that fast. So much for being a flatfoot.
Never seen a grown man so afraid of a girl still in her teens.
Well, let's go inside. It's freezing out here.
Oh.
Ow!
The wind's as biting as...
It's biting its lashes for a whip.
Yep. Karma! She really did appear. It was a real battle today in court, wasn't it, Mr. Phoenix White? Did you have to jump out and scare us like that? What can I do for you? Tomorrow will be the day. The day my dream finally comes true. Been the story of my defeat at your hands making the national news? National news? You possess such a small sense of scale. The global news, Mr. Phoenix White. Your miserable plight will be known internationally. You might be overestimating the importance of a win just by a smidge. What can I do for you? Miss Von Karma, here's you got your hands onto something big, huh? I'm amazed you picked up on that much. Anyone could. Couldn't hide that look of victory with 10 paper bags on your head. I've got conclusive evidence, and a conclusive witness. Need any more hunts? Conclusive witness. You must mean the Acrobat, right? I'm putting in the summons for him to be called as a witness as we speak. It is the final nail in your coffin, Mr. Phoenix White. Yeah, I get it already. You want to beat and destroy me. Can't worry about her. Gotta try and find out more information myself.
Why do you keep giving Nick the evil eye? It doesn't matter if you prove the defendant guilty tomorrow. Nothing will be able to bring your dad back. Oh my god.
Here we go again. My dad. You must mean the esteemed Manfred von Karma.
Of course, your dad. I know you miss him.
Enough out of you. One more word and you'll get a mouthful of whip. Now, when did I ever bring up my papa's name in this, or any other conversation? Then, what's this revenge thing you're talking about? You wouldn't understand, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I have to see him again. One more time. Him? I'm sure you know to whom I refer. Miles Edgeworth.
What? Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth?
Miles Edgeworth? Miles Edgeworth. Why would you even bring him up? You haven't forgotten, haven't you? Do you know who it was that trained the gifted prosecutor, Miles Edgeworth?
Manfred von Karma.
Exactly right. It was my papa.
That means that Edgeworth was...
Right again. Miles was like a little brother to me.
a little brother, but Edgeworth and Nick are the same age. Hmm.
Edgeworth. The man who inspired me to become an attorney. Fought against him in a few cases. A little after that case was over, he vanished. It's your fault that he is gone. It's the truth, isn't it, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Nick, what does she mean?
Edgeworth was never quite the same after that case. And then, with the case after that one, he never set foot into court again. Then one day, he just vanished. All he left was a simple note at the prosecutor's office. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. That was 1 year ago. It was a few months after you left to go back home.
Mr. Edgeworth, he's dead?
I don't believe it. He's still alive. I'm sure of it. Somewhere in this world, he's still alive. Prosecutor
Yeah, he
Miles...
just doesn't want to deal with... he doesn't want to deal with her.
Yup. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death? Of course he did. You ruined his reputation as a prosecutor. You effectively killed the prosecutor in him. Just like your victory muddled the honorable name Von Karma. I'm going to find him. And then, I'm going to teach him his rightful place with my own 2 hands.
What are you doing, stepbro?
Oof. Nick, about Mr. Edgeworth.
Maya, I already told you this once. Don't make me do it again. Or we're not going to go see the Steel Samurai movie. Don't bring up his name in front of me again, okay?
Nick?
Miss Von Karma? But I don't know if you're God's gift to prosecutors or not. But I've had about enough of you. Him too.
But what in the world happened?
This dog is all bark, no bite. He's already been defeated. Regardless, I have nothing to inform you two of today. Tomorrow will be the greatest courtroom battles this country has ever seen.
Nick?
Let's go. We can talk with the performer on the 3rd floor.
I'm sorry I brought it up, Nick.
Speak of it one more time, Maya, and you're going hungry tonight. Oh, hi!
Oh.
Hey, how are ya?
Aren't you on the 3rd floor?
Mm-hmm.
That must be a pain to get up and down.
Yeah.
You must be Phoenix Wright.
I mean,
Hmm?
if he's been like that for a while, they probably have some sort of accommodation for him.
Probably, but like, who the heck would be strong enough? I doubt Max would do it.
There's probably a pulley system.
I hope so.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Pleased to meet you. I'm Ken Dingling. But here at the circus, everyone just calls me Acro.
Mr. Acro?
How do you know my name? The detective told me. He said you'd definitely show up here.
Acro, you're a member of the circus as well?
That's right. I mainly performed on the tightrope or the flying trapeze. But nowadays, all I perform in is my wheelchair.
Hmm.
sorry, but this music does not fit the mood.
Nope.
26. Star Acrobat currently undergoing rehabilitation. Acro, why did you join the circus? When I was a kid, my parents failed miserably at business. And one night, they decided to run away from it all. And without me.
Hmm.
Hang on. Spam, scam, bots, or tampering, scam,
Hmm.
chat, submit reports, block user, close, and ban. The only person who was willing to take my parents' place was the Ringmaster. The Ringmaster took such incredible care of me. He was truly a lifesaver.
It seems like the Ringmaster was truly a saint.
He was. That's why I decided to do something very important. I decided that I would devote my entire life to finding a way to repay him. Well, look how someone repaid him for all the good in his life. Such a shame. Sometimes I think that he was almost too kind. Perhaps he was too kind to his performers. Perhaps he was too kind to his daughter. I wonder if he spoiled Regina.
Regina is so cute. She's truly a princess.
Surely a princess? Are you sure that's a good thing? I detect a hint of a grudge against Regina.
I'm sorry to ask, but why are you in a wheelchair?
The nerves in my legs were badly damaged. And you can't walk now? I can't even stand now. And since I live on the 3rd floor, I can't even leave this building by myself.
That's awful.
The accident happened during an acrobatic session, right?
Oh.
Cyclox. Doesn't seem like Acro's injuries were acrobatic in nature. What's on your mind, Mr. Wright? Well, exactly when were you injured? It's been almost 6 months since I was hurt. I injured my legs during practice. 6 months ago. What in the world went on at the circus then? Stopped by yesterday and noticed you weren't in your room. I was at the hospital all day yesterday. Ah, you went there for rehabilitation? What about the murder? Of course I knew about it. I spoke with the police before they allowed me to go to the hospital. Before I got the call from the prosecutor, I was convinced that it was all a dream.
Huh?
I just couldn't believe it. When I saw what I saw... What you saw? Jeez, that sounded really ominous. What did you see, Acro? That night, I was in bed sleeping when I heard a huge sound coming from below my window.
The scene of the crime is right below your window.
That's why I looked out the window.
What did you see?
He was flying straight up into the air. He? Maximilian Galactica.
What?
That's what I thought he'd say. You're absolutely positive that was Max you saw flying? I am absolutely sure. There's no doubt in my mind.
Nick?
Yikes. What's this? That's what we want to know.
It's posted in the cafeteria the morning before the murder.
In the cafeteria? What happened? He suddenly looks incredibly serious. If it's got something to do with her, then you should go straight to the source.
Her?
Regina, ask her about it. Okay. Maximilian Galactica, right? You'll have to forgive me, but I try not to think about him. I won't even look at it.
Howdy, Vidak.
Hey, Vidak.
Hiya. We're back in the circus. Or
Yep.
rather, I'm back here. Why was I in a cage? Who locked me in here?
Look, I've been trying to talk with them for a while now, and, you know, it took a lot. They thought you were
I'm
one of the
going to
circus
commit
performers.
so many war crimes. I'm going to commit war crimes.
It looks
I'm
like
going to
something
be
is
wanted
really
in every country. I apologize.
Oh, good. It looks like something is really weighing on him.
To catch you up to speed, we talked with Maya a little bit. We came here. Ben and Trillo are practicing row, row, row your boat for the Grand Prix of performers.
Okay.
We talked with Max, who mentioned he really hates how the circus doesn't really have that much ambition, and that they should have more ambition because every performer should go to the Grand Prix.
Okay.
Gumshoe was tired out because he was forced to listen to Moe's stories and fake laughing. Moe mentioned Max's bust.
Sorry, Max's bust.
His bust.
As in a statue? Okay.
Yep.
Max gave us this picture, which has 3 busts. But apparently the bust is currently missing.
Okay.
And we got a note from the bulletin board in the cafeteria, which simply read, "To the murderer." So we talked with Max about it. He said the ringmaster had the rest in his pocket, so we went and checked it. That's what it says.
There's evidence what took place at 10 p.m. tonight in Rising House Plaza. Cool.
The conclusive evidence, we can assume, is the box and the bottle of pepper. Because that was there.
Also, massive frickin' box and tiny bottle of pepper.
Mhm.
Also, I'm fairly certain I know what's happened at this point. What was the cause of death again?
The bludgeoning.
Blood force
bludgeoning?
trauma.
The heavy statue?
Maybe, we'd have to
That
find it.
happens to look which happens to look an awful lot like,
Like Max.
mm-hmm.
Only issue is we have to find it.
Mm-hmm.
We talked with Francisco von Karma, who,
Ah.
Gumshoe suddenly was beeping, and he's like, when we hear that beeping noise, Francisco's close, so he dipped.
So they have something to be able to tell where she is,
Something
which
They
is
like that,
got a
yeah.
honestly
proximity
fair.
alarm for
Yep,
They got
Yep.
a proximity alarm for their prosecutor.
yep.
Brother, what?
Yep.
Oh, also, I think you'll really love this one, Vidak. Maya gave back that engagement ring to Ben and Trillo.
Of
Okay.
course she did.
You know, evidence.
Yeah. Okay.
Von Karma mentions that Acro will be the witness for the next trial, and that her
Okay.
revenge scheme is not for her dad, but to bring Miles Edgeworth back. because she doesn't believe he's dead.
Correctly so.
What else was mentioned? I think that was it from her. Acro. Acro here.
Hey, buddy.
Real name is Ken Dingling, age 26. He has been in a wheelchair for 6 months.
Oh. Okay.
He talked about how his parents left him, so he joined the circus. The ringmaster took him in. He was really grateful, so he devoted his life to the carnival circus. He won't tell us how he ended up in a wheelchair.
Okay.
He mentioned...
Suffice to say, it's important.
Yeah, since it's cyclocked. He was in the hospital getting rehabilitation during yesterday. And then when Von Karma talked with him, he remembered and revealed to us that he saw Max flying past his window. So that's 2 people saying he flew now. I'm also just gonna run through this again real quick. No, hold on, that wasn't the one, that wasn't the one. I need to skip past this. It was this. We showed him the Grand Prix photo, nothing happened. The note. What's this? That's what we want to know.
It was posted in the cafeteria the morning before the murder.
Yeah, that was there the morning before the murder, and then 10 p.m. that night, Ringmaster died.
Mm-hmm.
In the cafeteria? What happened? Finn looks incredibly serious. It's got something to do with her. You should go. You should go straight to the source.
Her?
Regina, ask her about it. He seems to have a grudge against Regina.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Concern.
a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But like counterpoint, how you gonna have a grudge against a whole child?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, especially with how innocent she appears to be,
Mm-hmm.
and then like,
Do I think she's innocent? Not even a little bit.
okay, that's
However,
fair.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest question is like, who would kill the flippin' ringmaster? Everyone flippin' loved him. The only person that could
Mhm.
possibly have a motive is Regina, because he killed her lion. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah.
Y'all don't know anything. We need to find Regina. Oh hey, I think I found Regina. I found Regina. Oh no. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Nick!
Wonderful. Today's special must be filet of phoenix. Who is Regina?
Stay, heal.
Okay.
It was you, but I'm okay with this.
You know?
I'm gonna eat my pizza then.
Understand. Oh, Maya, Nick. It's you guys. I'm sorry. I guess I made a mistake.
Mistake?
Yeah, little one. I was thinking of teaching whatever primitive was out there a lesson. But I was expecting more of a monkey than a human. A monkey?
Money.
Oh. Uh-huh. It's a pity about what happened to the ringmaster. Dad? Everyone loved him, didn't they? He must have been quite a man. He was. I love my dad so much. Oh.
I hate to say it, but she doesn't seem all that broken up about her father.
That's why I feel so lonely.
Alright, Phoenix, shut your mouth.
Now that I won't be able to see him for a while,
Hmm?
you won't be able to see him forever. For a while? Yeah. Oh. When Leon died, I talked with my dad, and he told me that when someone dies, they just become a star in the... What? Star?
Mm-hmm.
Eh.
It means that my dad is looking down on me from the sky. What? That's why I love the night so much. I can see everyone who's gone.
Basically, he told his daughter, like, all the stars that we see at night, that's all the people that died.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
So she believed that now that her father's dead, she has to wait till nighttime to see the stars and see him and Leon.
Hmm. Well then.
Someone dies, they just become a star in the heavens. That's kind of sweet. But I bet you there's no way that Maya believes that.
What do you mean there's no way I believe that?
Stop reading my thoughts. Not supposed to do that.
Do you think that one day I'll be a star too?
By technicality, you already are one.
Of course. You really think so?
Yeah, you will. I think.
I've got a feeling that everyone is doing great up there in the sky.
I wonder if everything's alright with Regina.
No.
No.
No. Just
Something
go
tells
back
me
and-
she's a few fry short of a basket, if you understand.
Mm-hmm. Just to go back and clear something up, why'd you want to teach Money a lesson? Because he's a meanie. He got something that means a lot to me. Something that means a lot to you? It must be something shiny, right? Actually, it's a stage costume. It's got lots of spangles. It's really beautiful. You should see it. We should? When the costume gets hit by a spotlight, it dazzles. Hey, Mr. Attorney.
Huh?
If you saw that monkey, you'd get my costume back for me, wouldn't you? It's really important to me.
Why are these three options I had to get?
Why are none of these options no fuck your...
I'll get it for you!
Why are none of these options go fuck your hat?
There's no turning down that request.
No. Yay, you're really gonna do it?
Well,
Hmm.
time to kill a monkey.
Show her the note first.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Regina, have you ever seen this before?
I know what that is. Really? Well, it was in my pocket for a while.
It was in your pocket? This piece of paper was in your pocket.
I guess I noticed it was in there around breakfast time.
Breakfast time?
Yeah, I always take Acro's breakfast in the morning. It's when I also take out the trash in his room. Then I go to the cafeteria and eat my own breakfast. That's when you realize the piece of paper was in your pocket? Yep, but since I'm not a murderer, I just figured it belonged in someone else's pocket.
And then what?
wondered if the person who lost it was in trouble, so... You didn't put it on the bulletin board in the cafeteria, did you? I did! I stuck it up there! How'd you know?
So it was Regina who put it up there. When did this happen?
The morning of the murder, I think.
That explains a lot.
I wonder who wrote this.
Yikes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now I have to go find a flippin' monkey.
Yep.
Huh.
Oh. Something smells fantastic. So we know it can't be Mo. Wait. I know what this is. Hamburgers!
Oh god. Hello! Welcome to the Bistro du Sucre. Okay, the cafeteria.
Work.
It
Sir.
smells so good in here. And those burgers look great.
She's drooling like she's some sort of crazed burger monster. My burgers are the best! Juicy meat, toasted buns, special sauce. They are absolutely irresistible to anyone with a hankering for a burger. One bite will send you into hamburger heaven.
I bet. I can tell by the smell.
Whoa, I'm getting hungry too. Those burgers must have some kind of special power. Oh god. I can talk with you, oh.
Now that the ringmaster is gone, what are you going to do?
That's all I've thought about the past 2 days. Everyone loved Russell. You've heard Acro's story, haven't you? Akira was adopted when he was younger? He's calmed down a bit now, but he was livid when he heard about the murder. Acro was so upset that he said he couldn't go on. He was that upset? Yes, he was. Anyways, I got some thought. Maybe I should give up on trying to be a half-baked clown. I think I'm trying on the ringmaster shoes.
What? Really?
Act would still be an issue, though.
Max?
He may be a bit mean and hard to work with, but it's hard to argue with his importance. He's probably the reason the circus is still around. A lot of what he says is right.
No.
All that's left is to see if everyone can get over the tragedy. You know. Tragedy? You know? What is he talking about? Get over what tragedy, Mo? Oh! Don't worry about it, it's nothing at all!
You must mean the tragic death of the ringmaster, right?
Yes, that's it. You're right, girlie. Ding, ding, ding. Correctamundo. Doesn't he mean ding? Mo, I mean no disrespect here, but are you lying to us? No, not at all. What makes you think that? Just the way you said if everyone can get over the tragedy seemed a bit strange. Like you were talking about something from a long time ago. Mo, I'm right, aren't I? God dang it, Mo.
Oh. That's only 2.
So now we're getting closer to the truth. It was about 6 months ago. And it was just a little accident. Give me a break, us old men have accidents. I wear big pants for a reason. 6 months ago, eh? Oh boy. What can you tell us about that?
Sounds like the incident with Acro.
Mm-hmm.
Is the,
He's always been a very private guy. When he came here, he was only about 10 years old. I just started the very big circus around the time that Russell took him in. These are really hard memories to bring up.
Acro's happy to have joined the circus.
He's especially grateful as the ringmaster. I'm sure he's grateful to you too. Well, he's grateful to me too? Oh, shucks. You guys are exaggerating. He's fidgeting around so much you can tell that he's embarrassed. Nothing? Let's see here. She's a murderer. That's far from polite. Did you find the residence note anyway? It would be best if I didn't tell Mel where we found it. Don't worry about it, Mel. I didn't need to worry about it. You shouldn't have shown it to me. Don't worry about it, Mo. Don't worry about it. I don't know anything about that. You don't season your burgers?
You.
After all, I'm just a clown.
Nope. Nope. I'm not allowed to say that.
Why not?
Because.
Don't message me.
No, because I will say some things that will get you TOS'd.
That's why I said message me. You tell me about Acro.
Ah, it's Acro. Is he in his room today?
Yes, he is. We just came back from meeting with him.
I hope his legs get better soon. Acro's so incredible, especially on the trapeze. A trapeze is that enormous swing hanging down from the top of the tent, right? Yeah, that's it. I really want to see him up there again. Acro the Acrobat.
That's strange. Acro doesn't seem to have very many nice things to say about Regina. But Regina seems like Acro's just fine. Oh. Man, you two really are just useless, huh?
Damn, it just skipped through my dialogue. I see how it is.
Well, we've already talked with them several times about it before. What about Max? Oh.
There we go.
Well.
They must have taken Max in for questioning again.
I
It
didn't
really
do it, I promise you.
Apparently,
Grumpy.
a producer a producing studio came by and it's like, hey, we really want to stage this show about you breaking out of prison.
Okay.
So he was like, hey, you gotta break me out, otherwise I'll have to do this legally and I'll be contractually obligated to do it.
Yeah, it tracks.
Really isn't anything that we need to ask him right now anyway. Yes, there is.
You're right, I guess. Alright, let's go then.
You can talk to him about Acro.
Are you certain?
Gumshoes, not here.
So we had to go all the way there just to... Oh.
Dun, 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 dun.
Liz not here. He's probably still in the kitchen.
What's that? I hear something.
I can sell those.
Stop it, Nick. You're scaring me.
Get him!
Oh, no.
Get that monkey.
Money!
That monkey's holding something. What is that?
It looks to be a vest.
That's the outfit
Put
which
some of this
Ina
in
was
the-
Very
talking
together
about.
sparkly
and work on
vest.
that.
No, she did say it would sparkle in the light.
And money does take anything that's shiny.
True. The
Yep.
monkey's holding something.
That's the thing that means a lot to Regina, remember?
Alright, time to take on this monkey attorney style.
Hey! Ooh, scratch. What?
Hold it! Stay! Money, stay! Hey, it's working.
It sounded like he was confused at the end of that ooh.
Stay. Ah! Ah!
Thanks.
Don't tell me my badge is gone again, I swear to God. I knew that acting like a Regina would do the trick.
Nick, you...
I swiped it while money was distracted.
Wow, you're really on the ball today, Nick. Let me
How's
see
your
it, let me see
badge?
it.
Oh, you can see it fine from here where you are. I still have it.
Still there.
What did she?
You know what I mean.
What did the
really wanna-
monkey take?
Good question.
We'll find out later.
You know, what I mean. I really want to try it on. I really want to try on Regina's costume.
And then they'll take you in at the circus, and I can get some peace and quiet. What's the matter now?
It doesn't fit me at all.
No, well, I guess it's time for you to lay off the burgers. Not to mention, it doesn't look like something any girl I know
Nick!
would actually wear. Looks like something Regina would wear.
It looks like something she'd wear, but I don't think it fits her.
Hey, what do you two think about it?
No.
Well, here you go, Vidak. You can voice some lines.
It's...
I guess we don't need that.
So you won't need you to look at this at all.
Yeah, it tracks.
I don't want to talk.
I'm surprised Trillo didn't chime in and be like, hey, yeah, I know what this is, now bugger off.
Okay.
No.
Just wanted to make
After
sure.
all, I'm just a clown.
Here you go.
Here you go, Regina. Yay, thank you. You really got it back for me.
Don't mention it.
D- I
Platonically.
love you, Mr. Attorney.
Platonically.
Oh,
What?
God. No.
It's nothing.
Phoenix!
Phoenix!
One guy's melting mush in front of this girl. Phoenix!
Phoenix, that is a whole ass child.
Yep. Hey, Regina. That costume is yours, right? I tried it on, but it didn't fit me. Huh? This costume? This isn't mine. It was Leon's. Huh.
Yours?
It would be bigger than her.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You know, the lion she told us about.
Oh, the one that someone killed. Can we talk about that?
Mm,
Yes. Leon, he was killed, wasn't he?
that's right, my dad killed him.
What?
Why? Well, Leon did something very bad during practice.
During practice?
Leon was sitting down and they opened his mouth, you know, rah! Uh-huh. Usually when he did that, I'd put my head into his mouth. Uh-huh. Wait, put your head into the lion's mouth?
I mean, yeah.
I sure did. People in the crowd always loved seeing me do that. They always start screaming.
Sure they were screaming because they love seeing you do that? Anyways. What was the bad thing?
Oh yeah, Leon bit someone during the practice. Regina? Everything was alright though, right? No, it wasn't alright. That was the problem. My dad was incredibly angry.
And that's when Leon...
Yeah, that's when he became a star in the sky.
Poor thing. Can you tell us about it? What about this?
Look at the description.
Yeah.
I'm not really good at figuring out hard things. Really?
Like
you too?
mad.
You're such a good talker.
I never expected Maya to make a new friend in a strange place like this. Shot by the
A new
Ringmaster
friend?
6 months ago for biting a performer.
Hey, hold on a minute.
Hey,
Hey,
Mo!
wait a minute.
Mo! I think I got. Hold on.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
I think I got something for you, buddy. Hey, man. Mo, please tell us what happened 6 months ago. What in the world went on at the circus? Okay. There's no need to look so scary when you ask me. Hey, look over there! Some juicy burgers! Let's eat instead! Unfortunately, I'm more of a grilled chicken sandwich man myself.
Wild.
Actually, I've got kind of an idea what happened back then.
You season your chicken, Phoenix, or is that too much for you? Fucking heathen.
Mo, you said something about an accident? This wouldn't happen to be the cause of that accident, would it? Clearly it's money. Oh god, I'm so low on health. I heard a little bit about it from Regina. Leon made a mistake during a practice, right? Oh, did you? I told him so many times. You shouldn't be doing such dangerous acts. Like putting her head inside of Leon's mouth, right? Yeah, but Regina believed in Leon. She believed so strongly the ringmaster went along. He never could say no to her. Out of curiosity, who was bitten? Come on, Mo, don't claim up on me now. Where did Leon bite on the head? Well, promised I wouldn't say anything. You promised? He's involved in this too. He's involved, huh? Mo must be talking about... Mo, is this the person you promised you wouldn't say anything? It must have been Acro, right? How did you know? Don't worry about that, Mo. Getting to the bottom of this accident may help solve what happened to the ringmaster. No. No way. I need to know the truth about what happened to Russell. Please tell me what you know. I'm sorry, Acro. Thank you. Just like you said, you know, accidents.
Did someone die?
No, but it would probably been better if you had. What? How would that have been better? He's still alive. He got bit, and he suffered massive brain damage. He'll never recover from the coma that he's in.
Coma?
All he does now is lie in his bed at the hospital. And that's all he's ever going to be able to do.
I see.
How is he related to Acro? He's his brother. Huh? Person who got bit was Acro's brother.
Brother?
They were an acrobat team of brothers, Acro and Bat. Cute nicknames, I thought. Anyways, they were an incredible team. Put down together in their prime.
Hmm. Who is Acro's younger brother?
John Dingling, but everyone always calls him Bat. He fell in love with Regina. Trying to win her love was his downfall. One seems to fall in love with Regina. 6 months ago, while we were practicing, all of a sudden, Bat blurts out, "Let me perform with Leon."
Why'd he do that?
I don't know. That's what caused the accident. I'll never forget that moment. It was so strange. Leon had the weirdest look on his face. He was smiling.
Hmm. You mean Leon?
Yeah, Leon. When he bit down, he was smiling.
Aw.
Some sick grin.
No way. It's impossible.
Smirking lion. A flying murderer? It does seem like it's always Mo who catches all these incredible events.
Nick, can lions smile?
I never told the police about the incidents. Circus would have been shut down if we had. Next day, the ringmaster took Leon out and shot him with a rifle.
So that's what really happened.
Well, you guys were so serious. What was I supposed to do? I had to tell you. All this truthfulness has put me in the mood for a burger. Here, you two have some pepper. Shaka shaka shaka. Here he goes again, acting like his normal crazy self. Nice! What a wonderful sneeze!
You think so?
You sneeze with pepper and slip on a banana peel. That's basic clownsmanship. Girlie, I know you gotta understand that.
Nick, I think I'd make a good. Oh my god.
You already do. Other than Regina, I've never seen such a cute sneezer.
Does Regina sneeze with pepper too?
She does! Pat would always sneeze her with pepper.
Bat?
From my point of view, those two always look so perfect together.
They looked perfect together, huh?
Sean Dingling, found in the head 6 months ago by Leon, still in a coma.
So we got part of it. What happened to Acro?
Don't know. Can I? What do you think about it? He really was a good guy. He truly liked Regina. He would try anything to get her attention.
He seemed like a good guy.
Back then, Acro was always laughing.
But I guess that everything backstage at the circus isn't always rosy.
Let's see. It's harder than you think, making people laugh all the time. Sorry? Oh my god. That's not...
Oh. Oh.
That's not what we're asking.
Gross.
Ouch.
Nothing in here. Okay.
Again, gross.
Yep.
You two want to be useful? Hey now,
Nope.
why are you still here? Oh, Max. Okay, well, that's not where I wanted to go. Hi, Maya. Ah, Mr. Wright. Back again, I see.
Well, he did say I'll be back. Wait, or was that someone else?
We're back because Acro's hiding why his legs were injured. He was hurt in the accident 6 months ago. It would seem that he knows that we know. Well, seems you've got things you want to talk about, so fire away. Guess that means we're ready.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Acro. About the wheelchair. I have to ask you, how were you injured? Sorry, I thought we talked about this. It was an accident that happened during practice. Accident during practice? Yes. Fortunately, acrobats are prone to all sorts of injuries. I was lying. If that was the real cause, you'd have no reason to keep it secret. Acro, are you really telling me that a practice accident was the cause of your injury? It's flippin' vague. Leon? Leon. 6 months ago, you were attacked by the lion. That's when you were injured.
No. Oh.
I know I'm on the right
Oh.
track. I just need to keep going. You're saying that I was attacked by a lion? That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright, but I'm an acrobat. I'm no animal tamer. If a lion was coming at me, I'd be running for the exits. Okay, maybe attacked is not the best word to be using. So let me rephrase that as battled the lion. You seem to enjoy telling jokes. Why would I decide to battle a lion? Because you had to fight it. You had to fight it to save someone. Bat. It was a shame what happened to your brother 6 months ago. You tried to save him, didn't you? And that's how you got that terrible injury. Mo. He must have told you. Yes, we learned about Bat from Mo. But he didn't mention anything about you in regards to the accident. I suppose it was just a slip of the tongue on his part. That's how I figured it out. Slip of the tongue? Anyways, they were an incredible team. Cut down together in their prime. Cut down together. That was where he slipped, and that's how I figured it out. You two ended up at the center of the same accident. Together. Like always. I see. But an accident is an accident. It wasn't anyone's fault. So from Broken Acro's lost Cyclock. This must be one incredibly deep-seated secret. It wasn't anyone's fault. Do you care to explain more? Acro, I know you're still hiding something from me. Maybe someone you don't seem to like much is the reason you're being evasive. Regina, you always seem calm and collected, until you start talking about her. Saying things like she's cruel. Well done, Mr. Attorney. You've got quite the set of eagle eyes. You know, her tiger tried to attack me. Regent tried to attack you? Twice. He wasn't serious, I'm sure. You're not trying to insinuate that I believe she spurred on Leon to attack Bat, are you? Leon was never taught a command to attack people. Regina isn't capable of doing anything like that. Besides, Regina had no reason to want to hurt my little brother. Regina and Bat were such good friends back then. You still hate Regina. I've got proof of it. What? What are you talking about? Don't. Maybe I overdid it again. If I can hand something over to Acro, maybe it'll... Here's proof that you had it out for Regina all along. Where'd you get it? Regina posted it on the bulletin board in the cafeteria. Before that, it was in her pocket.
I guess I noticed it. Was in there around breakfast time. I always take Acro as breakfast in the morning.
You wrote this, and then you put it in her pocket. That's right, isn't it? That's right. Well done, Mr. Wright. My legs were injured by Leon 6 months ago. My younger brother, Bat, had a dare with Regina.
A dare?
An absurd dare. If I can put my head inside of Leon's mouth like you do, you have to go to the movies with me on a date.
That's insane. Didn't you know how dangerous that is?
Leon thought he was being stupid, too. That lion was very old to begin with. And age brought with it countless experience in doing that very trick. Unfortunately, at this particular time, I guess Leon wasn't ready or willing. And that's when the accident happened. He just wanted to take her out to the movies.
Oh, poor Bat.
When Leon jumped down, I jumped towards him. And Leon attacked me, and that's how I ended up.
What about Bat?
He's still in a coma. I went to the hospital yesterday to visit him.
see.
I'm still waiting for him to open his eyes again. And that's the reason why I keep going. Bat and Regina. They were such great friends. Oh yeah, I wanted you to take a look at this. What is it? This is the scarf my brother was wearing when Leon attacked him.
Gross. It's covered in blood. It should not be that color.
A scarf. It was a present from Regina to my brother on the day of the accident.
Hey, wait a second.
Considering it's been 6 months.
Yes, Vidak?
Huh.
Yes, Vidak?
I mean, if she wanted to kill him, or at least, you know, do something untoward.
Yeah.
When he did it, he looked like he was smiling. Leon, obviously.
Oh.
When you bit down on Bat's head, the expression on Leon's face looked like a grin.
Nick.
I know! Most of the same thing.
What do you think it all means?
I'll be taking that scarf if you don't mind.
No?
I've already heard everything, so hand over the scarf.
But the scarf is evidence in the trial.
That is for me to decide.
Incorrect. That's for the judge to decide.
I think we should begin our preparations now, Acro. Preparations? I have served a summons to Acro to appear in court tomorrow as a witness. Acro, we'll talk more at the prosecutor's office.
Acro, a witness?
Come, Acro.
He wasn't even
Let's get
there.
to the office. Yes, ma'am.
But he wasn't even there. He was at, you know.
He technically was, because
He was there.
He was in bed
'cause
when.
he was in bed when the murder happened, and he saw Max fly. The next morning, he did get questioned by the police, and he asked them to go to the hospital. So he was there.
Fair. Also, yeah, no, that's the judge's job to decide if it's evidence in the case, not the prosecution.
Let's be honest here, that judge is kind of useless.
Yeah, no, absolutely. However, the principle of the law remains.
Yeah.
What do we do now, Nick? How are we going to handle tomorrow?
Don't worry about it. I'll figure something out.
Look at you, all full of confidence. You must have found something you can use.
Well, we need to come
A
together
full
now.
substitution for intelligence.
Yep. Oh, this case got interesting, didn't it? Ah, that's almost New Year's.
Good morning, Max.
Oh, yes, good morning, sweeties.
You don't seem like your usual sparkling self today.
I'm always like this before I go in front of an audience. I'm working up to it.
Uh-oh. It's her.
Regina.
Mm-hmm.
Tee. Don't get nervous, Maxie. Here, have a glass of milk.
It's poisoned.
Regina!
How fabulous. My sweetie pie princess. It's weird to say to a child. You came to watch my performance today.
I'm going to apologize right now for what I'm about to say, but it's really funny. I used to have a friend named Max. And
Oh no.
I used to have another friend named Riley. And Regina there saying Maxie reminded me of something.
Mm.
She would sometimes call him Maxi Pad.
Where?
I don't know why. She just did. Just because of his name, I think.
Fair enough.
Of course I did. Mo told me that I should come and watch this.
Mo said that?
So what kind of performance will you put on today? Let me guess, you'll fly at the end?
It's not that kind of show. Isn't that right, my sweeties?
Huh?
I think my sweetie pie princess doesn't.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to realize what's going on. Or even where she is. She spent her whole life inside of a circus.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, Max, it looks like it's time to raise the curtain. I'll see you later today. I'm just a member of the audience.
Fabulous. Enjoy yourself out there.
Good luck, Max. You're the best.
I dislike this.
Regina's different, don't you think, Nick?
Everybody, let's get ready to get stuck in legal limbo. How low can you go? Mo. Top of the morning, young governor. Top of the morning. That's the ticket. Taking the day starts with energy in the morning. The early bird gets the worm, but then again, worms like higher brain function. Here, Max, I brought you a present. Have some milk.
Oh, my.
Aw.
Thanks.
So how are you today, right?
Look.
Oh, I've got the feeling today I'm gonna face off against the real culprit. You mean Acro?
What?
Huh? You think he did it?
Be careful. He's used to putting his life on the line. Literally. He's got guts to spare. All I've got to worry about is how thin the tightrope is. I'm used to it already. It just means that I won't be able to press him like I can other witnesses.
What are you gonna do then, Nick?
I guess today we'll just have to deal
Same
without our
thing
usual
we do every-
psychological warfare. What, Vidic?
The same thing we do every day, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Today we rely on evidence. It's the only way we'll get past Acro and to the truth.
You're right, but it's gonna be tough.
Anyways, I want you to make sure that Regina sees it all today. It's important. Then she'll finally have to deal with the reality of what happened to her father.
You want us to make sure Regina watches?
Yes, that's why I brought her here to court today.
What's that supposed to mean?
You need to know that when people die, they don't just become stars. Maybe an old-fashioned clown, but I don't believe in people becoming stars.
Alright then.
He's teaching her
Fucking
the hard
fine.
way of how the real world actually works.
Yeah. But like there's no problem with being like, hey man, what happens to people after they die? Oh, they become stars. That's fine.
Yeah, no, like, that, absolutely, I understand that, but he could, while it is important that she learns the truth, it's also, you could do it a better way.
Yeah.
Being like, yeah, no, there's murder. What happened to him afterwards? Nothing. He died. It's forever. The end is the end. Fucking nihilist clown.
Court is now in session for the trial of Maximilian Galactica. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Miss Von Karma, you may proceed with your case. The prosecution would like to revise its previous theory of events. What's the meaning of this? We have discovered a new witness. No, shall I say, a new eyewitness. One that saw Maximilian Galactica fly off from the scene of the crime.
Yeah, that means nothing.
Order!
Means less than
Order!
nothing.
I had a feeling something like this would come up. Due to this revision, we are now prepared to explain how the defendant flew that night. Explanations the prosecution will present if the need so arises. In fact, my detective stayed up all night creating a mock-up of the scene on my orders. Poor gumshoe.
Mm.
Very well, please call your witness to the stand. We get to work, or shall I say, time to walk the courtroom tightrope. Name and occupation. Ken Dingling, but everyone calls me Acro. Employs an acrobat at the very big circus. Very used the night of the crime. I was in my room that night. If you look at the map, you will see the witness's room near the crime scene. My room is on the 3rd floor. The crime scene is below my window. It was the night of the crime. The witness saw something quite shocking. Would you tell us what you witnessed? Okay. It was just after 10 p.m., and I was resting in my bed. At that time, I heard a large thump noise from the outside the window. Then, a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming. So this testimony matches up exactly with that of the clown. If that's the case, there is very little the prosecution need add. All that's left is to explain how the defendant disappeared into the night that night. Before we get that far, I'd like to cross-examine the witness. A foolish choice by a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolish sadness of a sad fool. A man must know the proper timing for things, Mr. Wright. Just like your old friend, Mr. Miles Edgeworth did. Mr. Wright, do you have a problem with the witness's testimony? In the words of Miss Von Karma, may I quote yesterday's proceedings? There's no way that actually happened. Very well. You proceed with your cross-examination. I'm gonna start using that. Just to random people. In the words of Prosecutor Von Karma, that never happened.
Mm-hmm.
Your Honor, shut the fuck up. You weren't even there.
You weren't even there. I swear on the Wendy's menu.
Damn, that's a good menu.
You said that you were resting in bed. One would thus assume that you turned the lights off in your room, correct? That's correct. But there are safety lights around this outside of the lodging house. It's so bright, sometimes it can make it hard to sleep. If that's the case, wouldn't it be a good idea to close the curtains? I never really thought of that. Guess that means I'm off to buy some curtains. Sometimes I do make myself useful in these chambers. No! The witness will proceed with his testimony. Sometimes. Your room is on the 3rd floor, right? Yes. And you said that you were resting in bed. That is correct. But you were still able to hear a sound from outside. I was indeed. I think Acro doesn't seem to get results. Maybe something was contradictory in what he just said just now? Was there?
What did he say is the thing?
It basically just confirmed, like, we were like, hey, you're on the 3rd floor, you were in bed, and you heard a loud sound. Is he not supposed to hear a sound from that far?
I mean, he can, but it
Depending
depends on what
on
the
how loud
sound
this-
is.
A large thump.
Someone getting effectively brained.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It
20-pound
sounded like a
object, sure.
watermelon. It sounded like a watermelon getting cracked open. So
Hmm.
Hey, look, someone else watched that JFK documentary.
Hmm. I mean, I can't think of anything. What's the matter, Mr. Wright? Nothing, Your Honor. I can find a clear contradiction. I should tread lightly. Yeah. My health bar
I mean,
is
considering
shaking.
she'll probably whip you.
Yep, my health bar is shaking. Are you sure it was a human being? It could have been a mannequin, or perhaps a large action figure. Well,
Or it could have been a bust of Maximilian.
setting aside the possibility of a mannequin, an action figure is plausible. You have no need to mince words with Mr. Phoenix Wright. Testifies the truth and only the truth, just as if we were there with you that night. Believe it was a human. It's testimony. What if Acro's statement jives with the facts? Humans can't fly, but we can't prove that it wasn't him that flew.
You insinuate it. The only thing is you have to prove that Max didn't do it. You're the
And
defense.
there's-
That is your only job.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with nothing wrong for now.
Probably try to figure out what parts of it. Yeah.
Maybe I can get something from this. The light in your room was turned off then, right? That's true. I was going to bed after all. So with the lights off, you were still able to clearly see a human fly by your window. The safety lights lit things up enough for me to see. But honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window. It was the person's back, so I couldn't see the white roses on the front. Did you see any of the other symbols? Clearly saw the silk hat, as well as the cloak wrapped around his body. I'm convinced that the person I saw was Max Galactica. The more I press him, the less results I seem to get. Oh, what he said makes sense. It was his back,
It
so
just makes sense. It makes dollars.
yeah. Because he can't see the roses if it's from the back.
But every other thing was there.
When did you start thinking that what you saw wasn't a dream? That's not important. I believe that the prosecution has done a bit of maintenance on the witness's memory. Just to make sure, let's ask the witness. Yeah. Objection. Sustained. Don't sustain that!
Can we just arrest her already? She is physically abusing the judge in court.
Yup. Acro must be lying about what he saw, right?
Of course he is. Now the challenge will be to expose his lies in court.
Well, put pedal to the metal, Nick.
I'm trying, man. So it was here, here, and here. I'll try something. No, that's not it. There's a huge contradiction with the testimony that was just given. Examine the contradictions and prove it with evidence. Alright, let's see some evidence. You have any evidence to support your claim of a contradiction? That's what I was afraid of. I was hoping he would ask to revise his testimony. Shoot.
I'll be right back.
This is for seeing him fly by the window.
Mhm.
Wait.
Oh. Yeah. Because that shouldn't have been on.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to take damage here, because... Oh, I didn't take damage.
Oh.
We only saw the silk hat, but we found the silk hat at the crime scene. There is a contradiction. There's a huge contradiction with the testimony that was just given. With evidence... You claim to have seen the exact same thing Mo saw that night. Do you stand by that? What do you mean? The silk hat. What about the silk hat? I saw it on Max's head as he flew by my window. Well, you should have tried looking down out of your window that night. That would have been quite difficult, considering the state that I'm in. Looking outside the window was a tough enough challenge for me. That's a shame, because you would have noticed the silk hat found on the scene. That's the ringmaster's hat, right? Afraid not. No matter how you look at it, this is Max's silk hat. Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Are you saying that Max has two silk hats? No. This is a handmade, one-of-a-kind model made only for Maximilian Galactica. Which means, Acro, that you've been fibbing on the stand. As always, it looks like someone just had to open their mouth before thinking.
You okay, Nick?
Well, I opened my big mouth, and now I have to back it up. About it, Mr. Wright. What would cause this witness to commit perjury on this court today? Perhaps it is because Acro has a grudge against the defendant. Which is why he is trying to frame Max. Ew! Why me? What did I do? Never get your fat head in the way of a whip being bent on finding justice. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I have no interest in your silly little theories. Is a grudge against the defendant, huh? You wouldn't happen to have proof of that? Well, that's the thing. Mr. Wright, thanks to you, I got my head lashed by Miss Von Karma's whip. Like getting hit for nothing, so how about you answer with an explanation?
Are you okay, Nick?
Okay, so it's the same thing. He's the real culprit. Your Honor, on this occasion, the defense accuses Acro himself. On this occasion? Accuses Acro? What in the world are you accusing him of? Obviously, we accuse him of the murder of Mr. Russell Berry. We're just getting run into it, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, are you serious? Deadly serious, Your Honor. I think your trips to the circus have served you well. You seem to have learned how to try and grab an audience's hearts and minds. Your Honor, don't allow yourself to be swayed by theatrics. Trying to arouse the crowd with smoke and mirrors is the oldest bluff in the book. Really? If you don't believe me, just look at the witness. He's calm enough for it to be almost scary.
No.
He is staying rather calm and collected. Mr. Dingling. I hate that name. Do you have any response to the defense's accusation? I don't really need to say a thing, do I? What do you mean? Everyone, take a good look at me. I can't even stand up on myself, let alone leave the lodging house. True. I understand that Mr. Wright is just trying to help his client. Do this by accusing me of a murder of all things. See? Even a sliver of common sense makes it clear the accusation is ludicrous. Right, way to pick on the disabled, you heartless, cruel man! Phoenix is a poopy head! Is that Mr. Phoenix right? You're trying to drum up support from the peanut gallery. That's how you do it. I think that's enough of this little game. I've got the doctor's note on to confirm that Acro is unable to stand under his own power. Maybe the defense is planning on making a claim to counter this as well? I can hear the defense now. Acro had an accomplice. What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Acro have an accomplice? No. Now then, this must be when we get to hear the name of the mystery accomplice. Not this time, Von Karma. What? You're not going to sucker me into this one. What are you blubbering about, Mr. Wright? There was no accomplice. Acro planned and committed this murder all by himself. What are you getting at?
Way to keep them on their toes, Nick.
Now I'm gonna have to prove how it all fits together. I have to show how Acro murdered Russell Berry.
Can you do it, Nick? Can you really do that?
I know what I can't do. I can't stop now. If I stop attacking, I'm doomed.
Alright, let's do it.
Mr. Phoenix Wright. If this witness is the killer, then his eyewitness account was all lies, right? Mr. Wright. I'd like you to clear something up for me. When the crime was committed, where exactly was Mr. Dingling? He was obviously here the entire time. That's Acro's room? Pretty simple, eh? Acro wasn't able to leave the lodging house by himself. In that case, there can only be one correct answer. Acro didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster. What? Are you nuts? So you, Mr. Dingling? It's an interesting theory. That's it? Considering that what you propose is impossible, yes, that's it. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. As the witness has stated, your assertion is impossible. As he is in a wheelchair, there is no way he could go to the scene or be the killer. You got a point. Seems you've forgotten once again, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The defendant was clearly spotted at the scene of the crime.
That's true. Mo said that he saw Max, didn't he?
Maya, it's still impossible for humans to fly. You might have asked a question, Mr. Wright. What is it? I understand some of your logic. However, how do you think that I killed him? I can't leave my room. I obviously couldn't wear Max's costume. How do you do it? The next course of this legal buffet.
Be careful, Nick, if you messed up here.
She's right. I can't mess up here. I gotta give this one some serious thought. I'm sure that Acro killed the ringmaster. And he did it while he was in his room. No doubt about it. Time to enlighten us as to how Mr. Dingling committed the crime, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna present some evidence. So what Mr. Dingling used to commit the crime of the murder against Russell Berry. The one thing we haven't found. What's that? A picture? It is indeed. Problem is with the item that's shown in the picture. Bust? It's quite a large bust. Because it is life-size, it is also very, very heavy. Heavy. Heavy enough to guarantee a certain death. Especially if it was dropped from a third-story window. Ah! See? This is how Acro was able to kill the Ringmaster. The force of gravity in Maximilian Galactica's ample bust. Should have screenshotted that.
Mm-hmm.
God dang it, I'm upset. So you're saying... Rather simple crime. Even if you were stuck in a wheelchair, it would be incredibly easy to commit. How could you possibly view the wheelchair with something so heavy? It's impossible. Well, Acro's an acrobat. He should have more than enough upper body strength to carry something like the bust. Mr. Dingling, how do you respond to these charges? Well...
Is that lost for words?
He should be. He knows I'm getting close to the truth. Well, well, well. I was taking a drink. I'd watch what you say if I were you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? Your Honor, the physical health of the witness is material to this case. It demands that we get proper testimony from the witness himself. Testimony, you say? What karma? She's just using this testimony as a ruse to stall for time. There's absolutely no need for such testimony. The defense has its version of the murder. The prosecution has the right to respond. Defense's objection is overruled. Why can't he see things my way for once in a while? Mr. Dingling, I'm sorry. We need you to testify about your physical condition. If you have any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony. The witness will have no problems. However, let's all be respectful towards him. Thank you. Oh, that woman will sink to any load to win a case.
I'm back. What I get?
The thing was that, you saw Max's hat, but Max's hat was found at the crime scene.
That'd do it.
And now we're accusing him of killing Russell Berry with Max's bust.
I mean, drop it out the window, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're talking about his physical condition, because, yeah.
Yeah, he got mauled by a lion. What else do you expect, man?
Yeah, he's in a wheelchair. How is he supposed to do that? So we're gonna find out. I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking out at the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the Ringmaster's head. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think?
Yeah.
I have no doubt in regards to this witness's testimony. It was impossible for him to lift the bust and stick himself out far enough to look. Not to mention that he could not have known the location of the Ringmaster's head. A single false step would have led to even more severe injuries. That's what I was thinking. What is your opinion on the matter, Mr. Wright?
Conspiracy.
I'd still like to proceed with my cross-examination. He is simply stunning. It is shameful, really. get to me.
Shut up! You've lost literally a case against this man.
It's not in her mind.
And not in her mind. It is a fact of existence.
Why is that?
Because if I were to do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself. I still haven't gotten much feeling back in my legs yet. You couldn't have thrown that bust out of the window. You say it would be impossible. Allow me to explain. You accept that if I was carrying the bust, I couldn't see out below the window. Thus, there is no way I would know the location of the ringmaster's head. Well, I suppose you got a point.
Hey, Nick?
Hmm?
What if you turn things around? Maybe you think, maybe if you think of it sort of like this. Like if he knew the location of the ringmaster's head, then he could drop the bust.
Does make sense. Well, I could prove somehow. Acro knew the location of the ringmaster's head without looking down.
If he arranged the meeting.
I think I've already explained things sufficiently. All you had to do was drop it, and it wouldn't have been a problem at all. All I had to do was drop it, and you're right, I could have done that. However, there was no way I could land a direct hit on the ringmaster's head. So that kind of makes your theory a bit pointless, doesn't it, Mr. Wright? I was strong enough to lift up the bust.
The only problem is how he could have aimed for the ringmaster's head.
What if you used some kind of tool to aim for the ringmaster?
That's the ticket, Nick. Show him what you got.
I have to be careful. I have to find something that fits perfectly with the case.
I don't remember us finding any sort of tool. But maybe we overlooked something.
Jeez, we have set of ringmasters' heads so often. Have you ever lifted up the bust before? No, I've never actually lifted it up with my own two hands. But I should get to it, don't you think? I can't let money outdo me on this. Money? That crazy monkey has lifted Max's bust before? You continue with your testimony, Mr. Dingley. So what have you been doing to keep in shape? Well, honestly, I've given up on training. I don't have any plans to return to the trapeze or the tightrope. You don't say. But, no offense, I'm not worried about losing to you in a race or anything. Neither am I, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
I won't lose either. Slowpoke? I mean, Nick?
Whoa, how did the discussion turn to me all of a sudden? Suppose you could say that I'm stronger than the average bear. How long do you think your recovery will take? Please remember that my nerves were severely damaged. Currently undergoing some extremely intensive rehabilitation, but it's still going to take a while before I'm back to 100%. Let me remind you of another very important point. If the fitness was carrying the bust, he would not be able to see out below the window. Knew the location of the ringmaster's head. I'm probably wrong here, but...
The paper? No.
The box. Acro. You didn't really need to lean out of the window, did you? What are you driving at, Mr. Wright? You already knew ahead of time where the ringmaster's head was going to be. Quite precisely, I may add. Your silly hinting at things is pointless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Enough stalling! How about you show us some evidence? But I did such a good job hinting. Yes, hurry up and explain things, Mr. Wright. Maybe you should take a look at this. That box was already there. Key point here is the wooden box. Say wooden box the victim was found hunched over. The same. Question is, who placed the wooden box here? Who? When Ben and company saw the ringmaster, they didn't see him holding the box. Which means that this wooden box was already placed at the scene of the crime. I have to admit that your theory makes a lot of sense. The moment that the bust came falling down was exactly the same moment that the ringmaster lifted up this wooden box. Which means that the answer to all of these questions is now crystal clear. You mean... If the bust were to fall upon the point marked out by the wooden box, there would be no way that it could miss the head of the victim. No! It's unbelievable. Finally, some of these loose ends are starting to tie themselves up. Now I just gotta keep going. There's only one way to go from here. Forward. The next question I have is, who placed that wooden box at the scene? It was Mr. Dingling, of course. He connected it to a rope, and then all he had to do was lower it down. Ah! Now make to vip some sense into you. Mr. Phoenix Wright! Ow, ow, ow. The ringmaster's head could have been anywhere but he lifted the box. That's why the box was so specially made. Was it specially made? Indeed. It had the most peculiar feature.
Wait.
20 pounds. The box has a remarkable weight. Weight? According to the court record, it weighs 20 pounds. Just to lift up this wooden box would have required... Oh, I see. We would have to squat down and lift it up with their body, wouldn't you say? Exactly what I was trying to point out. The box is also very large. The box also has carrying handles on either side, doesn't it? That is correct. To lift up the box, you'd have to squat down. Which means that no matter who you are, your head would be in approximately the same place. Fool! Doesn't even bother to listen to me anymore. Whatever what you've had to say. I must admit, I'm shocked at your imaginative skills. Did you do it? Did you place this wooden box in the plaza? Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I could never have done what he's proposing. What? Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Max's bust? Of course I remember. It was on top of the table in the cafeteria. Then what happened to it? I'd like you to remember one important fact, Mr. Wright. I could not possibly leave the lodging house by myself.
That means...
You understand what I mean, don't you? I may very well have been able to drop the bus from my room. However, how would I have gotten the bus from the cafeteria to my room? You see, Mr. Phoenix Wright, explains that. Don't forget, you said there was no accomplice. Tell us exactly how the witness would have carried the bus from the cafeteria. Yep, we definitely have a problem here. There's no place to get perplexed. Gotta get my wits about me and prove how things happen once and for all. What's your explanation? How did the witness get the bus from the
Dirty
cafeteria back to his room?
monkey.
Mhm.
The lion, obviously.
Monkey.
A monkey? Everyone knows money. He loves shiny objects of any size. Oh, like when he stole the ventriloquist ring. So, are you saying the witness had a monkey steal the bust? Of course he didn't order the monkey to steal it. The monkey stole it on his own, and then brought it back home. Money lives in Acro's room. Acro's room? But the bust was bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't all that shiny.
Yes,
Maybe
it
you should
is.
put the whip down sometimes and read the court record. My, those are some very nice cards he's holding. Yes, and they're made of platinum, which is very shiny. Ah! Macro! Money is a strong monkey, right? It'd be easy for him to bring the bus back to your room. If he wasn't able to handle that himself, I'd be on the market for a new roommate. Set order! Miss Von Karma! Where is the bus in question at this moment? I don't know. But we're searching for it as we speak. It's a rather strange turn of events. Let's say that the monkey had not stolen the bust. What would have happened then? Well, in that event, something else would have been used as the murder weapon.
Wait. Then you mean this bust was the murder weapon? Purely by accident?
It's possible. Maybe Acro saw Money's mountain of stolen goods and thought to use one of them. Anyways, I think we've more than proven one critical fact. Namely, that it was entirely possible that Acro was the murderer. Moron!
No, just accurate.
Surprise arguments this was so circular, I'm still a bit dizzy. However, the argument does hold water. There's no denying that. No! Don't seem so flamboozled, especially by this fraud of an attorney. Fraud?
Flamboozled.
You have forgotten the absolute most important thing, Mr. Phoenix, right? What is that? You should know. You forgot that your fraud of a magical client was spotted at the scene of the crime. Ah! There's no reason to doubt the clown's testimony. True, how do you respond to that, Mr. Wright?
Nick, don't let her beat you now.
Oh, this is my chance to turn this trial around. When the murder occurred, there were two people at the scene of the crime. One was the victim, Russell Berry, and the other was the murderer himself. And so this and only this, Mr. Phoenix, right? Who was the murderer the clown saw?
What?
You saw Max's... Ah! I asked you who was the other person Mo saw on the scene. That evidence has nothing to do with the question. Au contraire, mon frère. It does indeed have something to do with the question. Mo said that he saw Max's silhouette. But he did not actually see the man himself. It wasn't a human being he saw. How is that possible? It's simple, really. What Mo actually saw that night was Max's bust. What are you talking about? Have you tried using your brain at all in this case? The silhouette he saw was wearing a cloak. There's no reason why you could attach a cloak to the bust. It would be easy to hang one off the car's and the bust's hands. Idiots! Who in their right mind would put a cloak on a bust? It doesn't matter who put it on the
Trying to
bust.
frame someone for murder.
So admit it now, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? That question is the utmost important in this
Doesn't
case, don't
matter.
you agree? Don't, you got me.
No,
Let's have it, Mr. Wright.
it doesn't matter.
Who put the cloak on the bust? Fool! Him? You were saying it was the victim himself, Russell Berry. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it was the victim himself. Place the cloak on the bust. Place the cloak isn't exactly really the right way of putting it. What would be the right way of putting it, Mr. Wright? Explain yourself.
Nick, do you really have a handle on all this?
I'm fine, Maya. I'm finally putting in all the pieces together. There's really only one picture I can paint anyways. Alright. So you want to know what really happened that night? Let's step back in time. Acro used a rope to lower the wooden box onto the scene. Then he attached that rope to the bust, and dangled the bust out of his bedroom window, directly above the wooden box. At the same time, the ringmaster told Max to wait in his room and went to the scene. Of course, at the time, the ringmaster was wearing Max's costume. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him that night. Just as he feared, he was spotted at the entrance to the lodging house by none other than the ventriloquist and his puppet, Pedantrillo. When the ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift the wooden box. And that's when Acro took his chance and released the rope. Now this is when the magic happens. At the very instant that the bus hit the victim, you evade just a second there, Mr. Phoenix Wright. As much as you try, as much as you scheme, this just isn't true. It can't be. It's still a little early to be getting so upset, Miss Von Karma. This circus isn't over yet. What? The impact of the bust on the victim threw the cloak up, which snagged onto the bust. That impact also caused the sound a certain witness heard, prompting him to take a look. That witness was, of course, Lawrence Mo Curls, the clown. When Mo looked out his window, the cloak had already snagged onto the bust. Now, having completed the crime, Acro naturally went about pulling up the murder weapon. Of course, he had no idea that Mo saw the bust, being raised with the cloak dangling on it. Primarily because, in his wheelchair, he couldn't see out of his window. So he just kept pulling the bust up. And that is how the magical murderer disappearing into the sky came to be. So you see, the only person who could have pulled this off is the one person who was able to drop the murder weapon from above the crime scene. Acro! It could have only been you.
Acro's been playing mind games with all of us.
He sure has. He has come to the end of his rope now. So? What now? You've raised us with a rather long-winded tale. But do you have any evidence to prove that your fairy tale is true? Evidence? In this court, only two things matter. The power of evidence and the power of my whip.
I
Power of my gavel as well.
I mean, she's not wrong, but like,
You're right, the prosecution brings up a good point. Can we see some evidence?
They say they want evidence.
She explained how there can only be one possible murder method. There's still something unusual about Mo's eyewitness account. Unusual?
Unusual?
Contradiction, actually.
Okay then. Use that and get out of this jam.
It's enough talking amongst yourselves. Proceed, Mr. Wright. Present some evidence to the court that backs your claims. With the hard proof that you have unraveled a trick in this magic case. Problem is Max's 3 symbols. You know, the Cell Cat, the Cloak, and the White Roses. Those symbols were a problem numerous times during yesterday's proceedings. Yesterday, there were 2 contradictions in Mo's testimony. Was the Cell Cat was one, was the White Roses was the other. The theory just presented explains all these contradictions. You fool! Would you ever shut up? Max's Cell Cat was found at the scene
No,
of the crime.
that's literally his whole job.
Exactly. However, remember what Mo said yesterday. He testified that the criminal he saw fleeing the scene was wearing a silk hat. There was only one explanation for that. The silk hat that Mo saw was actually the bust's. Makes sense, if you look at it that way, and then he did see the silk hats. Well, sort of. Fine, you've got one. But what about the other contradiction? The other contradiction? What's that of ventriloquist in court? He said that he had witnessed the white roses on Max's chest that night. But the clown's testimony doesn't match. The clown says that there were no white roses. I'd like to see you try and explain that one away.
You do it, Nick?
Of course, I can explain all of it. What was that? Please recall the incident when the cloak snagged onto the bust. If the cloak snagged onto the bust, what happened to the white roses? Do you get it yet? If the cloak got snagged onto the front of the bust, it means that the white roses would end up on the back of the bust. Which explains why Mo didn't see them. The white roses were not visible because they were on the back side of the bust. This is quite the shocking state of affairs. Zoroark's theory still sounds a bit absurd to me. However, let's just keep going down this road for a while and see where it leads.
Let's do this, Nick. Then maybe on Karma will finally throw in the towel.
Don't count those particular chickens yet.
Well, so much for that theory.
You're right. Do you mind? What is it? You took the time to research our circus, didn't you? Well, yes, I did. Is there something making you think that I didn't? If you did, then maybe you'll understand why I think you're off track. Why is that? Motive. This witness feels an incredible debt of gratitude towards the ringmaster. Anyone with any relation to the
Not
circus is
his
a villain of
daughter.
theirs. Do what?
But not his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And also, could very much just be vengeful for the perceived murder of his brother.
Thus, there is absolutely no way someone like this would kill the ringmaster. Your Honor, I'd like you to hear Acro's story about his relationship with the ringmaster and his life up until now.
What do we do? There's no doubt that Acro deeply respected the ringmaster.
There's motive. Seems that this case isn't over yet. Very well. However, I feel this is a good place to take a break. I will listen to the rest of Mr. Dingling's testimony after recess. Cool, I'll take a 10-minute recess.
This is a long one.
Yep.
It is.
I want to grab some water. I'll be right back.
All right.
I am back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Hold on. I'll be honest and say I wasn't prepared for this.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. Acro!
It's pretty shocking, isn't it?
It definitely is, and to think he was always the most straightforward of the group.
Phoebus, am I that hated?
Why is
No,
mine-
that's still Max. I'm just trying to figure out what voice I'm using.
I saw the M and everyone stopped talking. I'm like, oh, it's
No,
the
you're
No,
good.
it's my turn.
I'm just staring at it. Jeebus, am I that hated?
Acro tried to pin the murder on you on purpose.
He did? But I'm nothing but a little old nobody, you know?
But you're not, which is kind of the reason why.
Hey, pal! You gonna ignore me after all this trouble to bring you some evidence?
Detective Gumshoe?
Ah, forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyways. Now, detective. I'm sorry. Look, why don't you relax a little?
We got some really tasty milk.
How about a card trick, detective?
Oh. Well, if you insist.
Now, about that evidence you mentioned, what is it?
You go.
Oh my god, thank you, Gumshoe.
This was yesterday in Acro's room.
Yep, and I've included the forensic results. Take a look at it later.
Won't Miss Von Karma be mad that you're doing this?
That's why this is all a secret. Huh? Look, details aren't a need-to-know basis. We're not really allies or anything. But everything that's happened in court up until now has gone according to our plan.
I didn't know. Miss Von Karma didn't seem in control of things in there just now.
We'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, all final plans were set in motion. Final plans? Uh-huh. That reminds me. Got a message from the prosecutor for you. Nothing is ever truly decided until the very end. That's it. That's it for me too, pal. I'm out of here.
What did he mean by that, the very end part?
I'm not sure. It's all pretty cryptic to me. Oh, one more thing.
Nah, don't scare me like that.
Looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendants.
Is it just a massive,
What for me?
thing?
It's just a massive thing of milk.
Yeah.
Also, I want
It's
to
a
point this
big
out.
keg.
His
carton of
eyelash is on his cheek now.
Yup.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It fell off.
It's milk. The reception area looks like some kind of dairy. So hurry up and drink it all before it spoils.
An entire dairy's worth of milk for me.
Oh no.
They're totally fucking with them. Like,
That'd be funny.
Yup.
Court is now back in session. Bat's scarf, stained with his blood and a small quantity of pepper.
Yep.
he
That's what I
sneezed.
thought. He sneezed.
Miss Von Karma?
I was kind of wondering about that. Alright.
Please continue from where you left off. I'd like to continue with Acro's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim. I'd also like to get proof of his offense. Proof of what kind of motive Acro would have to commit this crime. Good. Now, Mr. Dingley. Yes, Your Honor. Please proceed with your testimony.
Finally, we get to the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay?
Just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
Okay.
Well,
Hmm.
when we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the ringmaster at the Berry Big Circus, Russell Berry, took us in. I became an acrobat around 9 years old. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life. You're all such a thoughtful young man. As you heard, as a witness, deeply respected as a victim. I wonder how anyone could think that Acro would kill a man that he held in such high esteem. You're absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Why, there's no real need for a cross-examination, is there? Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Acro kill the ringmaster? Might be my last chance to answer that question. Defense has a right to cross-examine the witness. You also attack this, Mr. Fink's fight. You don't care about justice, do you? You just want to fabricate the motive. Very well, Mr. Wright. Cross-examine the witness. We? Yes, my brother Sean and I. What? You have a brother? How old were you when this happened, Acro? I was 8 years old and my brother was 4. Your parents were very cool, weren't they? Nowadays, we aren't bitter about what happened to us. Because it allowed us to meet these wonderful people at the Berry Big Circus.
Nick, the judge is getting misty-eyed.
Got a soft spot for sob stories, it looks like. No! No crying in court. Let's keep going. Let us may proceed with this testimony. How would you describe your relationship with the ringmaster? It was like an uncle, father, and a big brother all rolled up into one. The ringmaster and my brother were the only family I had. What about other people at the circus? It was over 15 years ago. Back then, there were very few customers coming in, so no one really had the time to look after us. They were worried about other things. The ringmaster, he would always come see us with a laugh and a smile. What a beautiful story. That's why I was always thinking of what I could do to help. I wanted to thank him. My...
Alright.
You good?
Nick, isn't that such a wonderful person?
I know. He seems like a nice guy. What makes it so difficult? How long have you been a performer? Started off as an acrobat at that early of an age? I begged the ringmaster until he finally agreed to let me do it. Since then, I've been in incredible physical shape. I was also one I decided to form a group with my brother. We called ourselves the Flying Dinglingberries. It's nearly a household name. You haven't heard of them in Germany. Liar. The point is that I wanted to be of some use at the circus. Truly a remarkable young man. Judge keeps looking at Acro almost like a proud father. Did you ever have any trouble with the ringmaster? Ow! Why did you ask such a thing, Mr. Phoenix Fight? You have some sort of fundamental misunderstanding of this witness's testimony. All those are heartfelt emotions contained within. You better think about this, Mr. Fight. You better think hard. Ow! Ow! No matter how you look at it, there's no way I could see this witness ever taking the victim's life. Exactly. I've been waiting for you to say that, Your Honor.
Nick, I hate to say it, but I agree with them.
Trying to chase down the truth, but I ended up just looking like a jerk. I think that will be enough for now. Wondering whether or not this man would kill the ringmaster leads me to believe that... It is pretty unlikely. Exactly right, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question. Go ahead, Your Honor. I would just like to know, can you provide an explanation as to why Acro would want the Ringmaster dead? No.
Nick?
Yeah, I didn't even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start. Your Honor, the reason Acro killed the Ringmaster is something that can't be proven. What? That's because Acro had no reason to kill the Ringmaster at all. Ah! Your foolish attempts to fool us like foolish fools are so foolhardily foolish. Did you forget? You made an accusation against this witness, did you not? I believe it was, this is the real killer of Russell Berry, Ringmaster. You want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right. The end of things? Acro. You didn't plan to kill the Ringmaster at all, did you? The Ringmaster wasn't your target that night. What did you just say? I'm saying that the target of this witness's murderous plot was not the Ringmaster. Because it was never his intention to kill Russell Berry to begin with. What? Bailiff, I don't care who it is, smack anyone who's loud in the face. Twice if you must! Jesus Christ, this court is a flippin' circus itself.
Yup.
Bailiff, whack their pee-pees. Alright, what in the world are you trying to do in my court? Now, Mr. Pinksfight, what in the world are you trying to do in his court? What you're attempting to implies that Acro is trying to kill someone else. Sorry, Regina. Regina Berry? This young girl is the Ringmaster's daughter, correct? Acro, you were really aiming for her that night, weren't you? You don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question. He could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all you have to say is you're wrong. That's it. Was that it, huh, Mr. Finksfight? Enough, Mr. Wright. Allow me to... Ow. The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself. Well, that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenixfight. Show me evidence, now! I want to know why Acro would want to kill Regina Berry. Yes, we do. I demand to see some proof. Is that evidence that proves Acro was out to kill this young girl? Acro, you remember this, don't you? That's a piece of paper that we found inside the Ringmaster's tailcoat. Inside the victim's tailcoat? Acro wrote this note. It's ironically entitled To the Murderer. Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m. You're saying that he called Russell Berry with that note? Yes, but there's just one little problem. Problem? Acro did indeed place this note into someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the Ringmaster. You mean it wasn't for the... That's exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended for was none other than Regina Berry. Mr. Wright, this little theory of yours. It's the truth, Your Honor. It isn't a theory. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her. Which is why, the morning of the crime, she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board. Does that have been her father? I mean, was the Ringmaster? Saw the note? That's correct. The Ringmaster ended up in that plaza instead of Regina. And he was killed because of that mistake. Instead of Regina. That's incredible. Remember the testimony that Acro gave us earlier today. Lifting the bus and looking out the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. If I were to do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself. Acro had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza, because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was. I've got it! Acro thought it was Regina down in the plaza. That's when he let the bust fly.
Oh,
Hey,
she's in
Nick.
the audience.
Yup.
Yup. Isn't Regina listening to all this from the audience?
She is. Unfortunately, it's only going to get harsher from here.
I hope Regina can handle it.
Wrote this note to Regina. Foolishly foolish fool of foolishly foolish fool ideas of foolish tomfoolery. You're so foolish you've even made me sound like a foolhardy fool. Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you're so sure, then tell us about this lie. I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Yes? What about that line? Well, if the note was meant for Regina Barry, it would mean that this note is declaring that Regina Barry is a murderer. You just don't get it, do you? What? What did you just say? The ringmaster knew what the note meant, which is why he went to the plaza, in place of his lovely daughter. Hold right there, Mr. Wright. What is this incident that is alluded to in the notes? Since 6 months ago. The incident occurred 6 months ago, and now I am more than ready to show this court what happened at that time. More. Wait, are you sure that it relates to this present case? It does indeed, Your Honor. Everything in this case has its start in what happened 6 months ago.
Really, Nick?
I, think so. Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it. What is this conclusive evidence mentioned in the note? I know I'd certainly like to know what it is. To that question, the judge is going to think I'm bluffing. Some evidence about the incident 6 months ago is actually... it was in the case. What do? What do? What do? What do?
Still sneezing while getting whipped.
Yup.
King.
What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It isn't a joke at all. It's the decisive evidence you've asked for. What do you mean? Call out the victim was trying to take the wooden box away with him. He was doing so because this piece of decisive evidence is what was inside. Another unbelievable conclusion. Very well, Mr. Wright. So what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming Regina Barry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper? Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw. Foolish fool who never tires of his own foolish ways. If you're so sure, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then answer this question. Who was Regina Barry's intended victim? Who was this? That is Acro's younger brother. And what does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead. Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother is dead. Regina, she did that to him. You spend your entire life dreaming up new ways to be a fool. Naturally, as the prosecution has looked into Acro's brother, Sean Dingley. 6 months ago, he was bitten by a lion and fell into his current comatose state. Lion? Miss Regina Barry is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tamed animals in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Miss Regina could never do something like that. It's just not in her.
Lies.
So what happened to Acro's brother? He's not the victim of an attempted murder, he's the victim of an accident. See?
Incorrect.
No, they're right.
Oh, what do we do? No one seems to be going along with your theory.
They're absolutely right.
The pepper.
What do you think happened to Bat was actually an accident?
It was. I suppose it was truly an accident. It's essentially that the man knows. It's essential that the man knows when to give up, Mr. Phoenix Fight. As It's possible to prove Miss Berry's involvement in a murder attempt, isn't it? Well, it's getting a lion to attack. Who ever heard of something like that? It is thinks that the defense claims this was conclusive evidence. Small bottle of pepper. A lion. What's their connection?
What's the matter, Nick?
I figured it out! Wow, it was right in front of my nose the entire time. Your Honor, wait. What is it? The lion-biting bat was no accident at all. What? You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There's no way that Regina would ever incite her lion to attack another human being. She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being. Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Acro's brother, Bat. That's just a scarf. Acro. This scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct? That's right. And who was the one that gave Bat this? Who gave the scarf to Bat? Regina. Regina gave it to him. Regina. There is something more than just blood on the scarf, Your Honor. What'd that be? Pepper. Pepper? Pepper. Regina gave the scarf to Bat right before the accident. She covered it with as much pepper as she could. Hey, what's with the silent treatment?
What's with the bird?
It's Acro's bird. It happened once before.
Yep.
Okay.
Is an angry bird.
Excuse me, Mr.
Can we go
Wright.
fight some pigs later?
Done a good job of fingering a criminal. But out of curiosity, what was her crime? Miss Berry gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bat as a present. What was the crime in that? Still seems like the judge doesn't get it. She does.
Karma does.
She does.
Mr. Phoenix Wright. Wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling? Smiling? The lion was smiling. Right before Bat was bitten by the lion. For a moment, the lion's mouth changed and it looked like he was smiling. Lions smile? I've never heard of them smiling. However, lions sneeze. Leon wasn't trying to bite Bat
Unlock
at all.
the judge.
In reality, all he actually did was sneeze. He sneezed because of all the pepper on his scarf. What? You fool!
I mean, good on her for, like... Because, again, that's still an adult, but also... Maybe don't resort to murder? A good kneecapping sends the same message?
You've got to be kidding me. What's the matter, Miss Von Karma? I object for objection's sake. Mr. Phoenix Wright, you, the theory, you believe it.
Can you disprove it?
You really intend to say that this is how this joke of an accident actually happened? Of course I do. It's the truth. The lion sneezed due to the pepper, and that's when Bat lost consciousness. Acro nearly lost his brother due to this accident. Or this joke, as you put it. One of the cases of all time, yes it is. Which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina. You foolish idiot. It almost does seem like a terrible joke, doesn't it? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. To think that there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves. Are you telling me that what I said was true?
Acro.
You don't mean... You can't mean... Witness! Are you confirming the defense's claim? Mr. Wright. Unfortunately, your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder. What do you mean by that? The pepper, the scarf, the lion. I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow. Not to mention the fact that there's an even bigger problem with your theory. What would that problem be? The same problem it's always been. Evidence. If I dropped Max's bust on top of the ringmaster, where is the evidence that proves that claim? Conclusive evidence. But the biggest problem is the murder weapon, or the lack thereof, to be more precise. The murder weapon. The bust that the defense claims was used. That were to be found in Acro's room. If it was covered with the victim's blood, that would be awfully conclusive in my eyes. Yes, it would be. The bust.
Nick, you gotta do something.
This is the last step. If we get this one right, the case is won.
It's not gonna be an Acro's room.
It'd be worthwhile to search Acro's room, but
Why aren't you going to search his room?
looks like you finally figured things out, didn't you? Now he knows the true meaning of Von Karmat with justice. I guess. I figured it with you, that's the least I should expect. You'd leave no stone unturned. But Von Karma never leaves anything to chance. We already searched Acro's room yesterday. What did you find? Well, there's no reason to even say it. We found what you think we found in that room. Acro would not be here as a witness. But to put a point on it, Max's bust was not in the room. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for. You see, Mr. Wright? Bust wasn't in my room. Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe executed the search by complete surprise. And we took Acro directly to the prosecutor's office after that. End of story. Just wait a second. Something's funny about all this. Looks like you like the final nail to put into my coffin. But, what about the scarf? What about the note? What about them, Mr. Wright? No offense, but the only evidence that is relevant here is that which pertains to the death of the ringmaster. You should know that by now. Ugh.
Do something, Nick. Don't let this case slip away. Bust, where is it now?
Where's the bust right now?
Your Fiend's right. You know where the bust is. I'm sure you do.
It's not even a single clue. How am I supposed to know what the bust is? Guess we have to ask Mia where the bust is. Seems this case is coming to a close. The defense's counter-arguments look to have fallen short. Thank you for your support. Ah. Terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. I think that brings to an end the cross-examination of this witness.
Where is Max's bust? The defense needs time to prepare to present its last
Lace?
place. I'm sorry, case. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. And I just bit my tongue.
Oh, what? What are you trying to do? What? Ow! Why are you the most surprised person here? She's your aide, isn't she? You really have a case person, Mr. Wright. What? Are you asking me?
The rest is up to you, Nick. Good luck.
Thanks, Maya. Hey, wait, you can't be serious.
Acrobats always have their lives on the line, don't they? That's how Acro lived his life until now. Now it's time for us to walk across our own tightrope. If we don't, we're certain to lose.
Well, defense may proceed. He's on the clue. And I don't think you'll be finding one anytime soon. It's type of logic. There's no room for a false step. Sink or swim, the only way through is forward. This is the motor weapon. There's Max's bust now. What do you guys think it is?
I mean, the obvious answer would be somewhere in the lodging house. However,
Somewhere in this courtroom is a funny answer.
It is very funny.
is it in the courtroom?
It's obvious. The bus is inside this very courtroom. It's obviously where?
What?
Allow me to pinpoint the location of the bust once and for all. Acro. I'm sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take the blanket off your wheelchair?
What? Is he about to blow his top?
I'm sorry. I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright. Well, you are a big guy, and you have a pretty big wheelchair because of it. I just wanted to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket. Because it seems to me that it'd be really easy to say, hide a bust under there. Once again, your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright. I think it's pretty amazing that you can laugh in your position. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bust is under there. We all know that you can't leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. That proved inconvenient when Miss Von Karma happened to search your room yesterday. If she had found the murder weapon in your room, it would have been all over. Which is why you had to hide it, and the only place that you could hide it. Under your wheelchair. Which is why, Acro, I have to ask you again. Would you please remove the blanket from your lap? Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played. You fool! How could you? You got me. I've been bagged by a real pro. Actually, two of them. Two of them? Miss Francisca von Karma and Mr. Phoenix Wright. But! There's one thing I'd like to know. How did you know to launch the surprise search of my room last night? There were two pieces of decisive evidence, the cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away with the trash. Regina always took my trash out every morning, you know. But the bust? Obviously I couldn't throw that away. When you executed your search, all I could do was try and hide the bust. Excuse me. The only place I could hide it quickly was under this wheelchair. Miss Von Karma, you had things all figured out, didn't you? I was completely sucked in by your calculated strategy. Now to be caught in the middle of court hiding in the murder weapon. There's no way I can escape that. So you've got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Miss Von Karma. It all makes sense now.
I can't believe that Von Karma thought that far ahead. It's amazing.
Uh-huh. You definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. I know I sure couldn't.
She's still angry.
I can't believe it. Me. Make a mistake. Why did I order a surprise search of your room? That... Seems we finally arrived at the truth. Yes, Your Honor. Did you kill the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Mr. Russell Berry? Yes, Your Honor. I'm responsible for that crime.
Crow.
All my brother wanted was for Regina to like him. That's why he teased her. One day, my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard, you couldn't help yourself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it'd be funny to get him back in the same way. That's why she covered the scarf with pepper. I know she didn't mean for anything bad to happen. I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times, too. But I just couldn't forgive her, no matter what. What am I truly guilty of? Guilty of never ever being able to understand her. Your brother became a star. Regina believes in that so purely. She would laugh innocently when saying it. Too innocently. Just couldn't stand it, no matter how hard I tried. So I decided to do something about Regina. How dreadful. Were you saying that you were a victim in all of this as well? No, that's not what I mean. I'm nothing but a murderer. That's who I am. At first, I thought I'd kill myself. I had pondered giving myself up. But I couldn't just up and leave. Just couldn't. Not yet. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. I just couldn't up and leave yet. This has been such a strange case. It's almost a reflection of the circus itself. And idiots. You believe it. You beat me again. I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. Thus, I'd like to declare my verdict. Not guilty. This court is adjourned.
Fabulous! But to be honest, I can't really be too happy about all this.
Crow, the ringmaster, Regina, and Bat. Not a single one of them was a bad person inside, huh?
That's a good question, and one I don't know the answer to.
Many congrats, but only at max 1,000,000 of them.
Thank you.
This is the vibe of this room.
We're just thinking about Acro.
No. Worry about people too much, then you'll be like this forever. Never be happy.
Huh?
She's been like this for a while now.
It's all my fault. Oh my god.
Sweetie pie.
The sigh!
Listen.
Oh my god.
Acro, they're never coming back. Now everyone's gonna split up. Regina. Is it right? Tell me something.
What do you want to know, Regina?
Acro said something right at the end.
couldn't up and leave yet.
What does that mean, Acro? Is he gonna try and get his revenge on me?
Yes.
He's not gonna do that to you, Regina.
Are you sure? Are you really sure? I can believe that?
Yep. Acro doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore.
If that's true, then I want to see some evidence.
Huh?
I want to know you're not just making up that stuff about Acro and not wanting revenge.
Monkey.
Monkey.
The temptation to
Hey,
use the
hey,
monkey. So about this.
The scarf.
Now do you understand there's no need to worry?
You're lying to me. No one ever tells the truth. No one ever tells me what's going on. Okay, so that wasn't it.
What would it have been?
That's a good question.
I was muted. His brother, maybe?
Oh, maybe. Oh well. No, let's get made a mistake with that one.
Poor Regina.
Hey, Max.
What is it, Mo?
We put you through a lot, didn't we, buddy? I'm sorry about what happened. If you'd like to leave us, I'll pay your fee and wrap up the contract.
I understand. What a fabulous thing to do for me. I might even leave tomorrow. What's going to happen to the circus now?
Oh, that's the big question. Our ringmaster was really an amazing person, wasn't he? Even though he's not here anymore, everyone is sticking together. Staff, the performers, no one wants to leave the circus. That's why I've made a decision.
What is it?
I've decided that I'll take over as the new ringmaster. I'll turn the circus into the best circus the world has ever seen!
The best circus the world has ever seen.
Don't laugh. It's quite the goal.
Yeah, I can't wait.
And I guess that changes things.
Huh?
There's only one thing the best circus in the world has ever seen needs. The world's best illusions. Which means the circus needs the best magician the world's ever seen.
Max.
Let's work together and make our circus super fabulous. What do you say, big guy?
I don't know what to say. All I can say is thank you. Regina, you're gonna help them out too, aren't you?
I don't know. Maybe this circus would be better off without me.
What are you talking about, Regina? What do you think that I brought you to court today?
Huh?
We've got to work together to make the very big circus bigger than it's ever been.
No.
Mo's right, sweetie pie. It can't be the very big circus without Regina Berry.
Max. Nick!
Seems like everything is going to turn out alright here.
I can't wait to see the best circus the world's ever seen.
We'll save you the most fabulous seats.
It'll take us a while to get ready, but I'm going to order special whoopee cushion seats. Oh!
Brother, I understand laugh attacks, but you need to chill.
Mhm.
Yeah, so at the end of the
And
case...
you need to chill.
I see. What made the case? Yesterday's surprise raid. Really paid off, just like you said it would, sir. You had it all figured out, didn't you? It was just a theory. If Acro really was the killer, I thought this was the only way it could end. Especially if he was the defense attorney. You mean Mr. Wright? Of course. Well, Detective, my plane is about to leave. As for Mr. Acro's case, you need not worry. I plan to personally stop by the Chief Prosecutor's office as soon as I get back. Understood, sir. I'll be waiting for you, Mr. Edgeworth.
He's not dead.
He's not dead. Yeah. Good.
The end.
At the end of every case, you can supply evidence to the client to make them feel better, but you only get one chance.
Mm.
Which is a little dumb,
Oh.
but yeah. A brand new episode has been added. Farewell, my turnabout.
Huh.
This is the final case of this game,
Oh boy.
and it is a doozy.
Yeah, the final cases tend to be much longer, as I've noticed.
Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Who will be this year's Grand Prix champion? Wait. Okay. Who will be our hero of heroes?
Oh.
Will it be last year's runner-up Chairman Ninja? Or maybe Captain Saipan, all the way from the lovely tropical island of Saipan. I see the students of a certain starry school are waiting to win. And global hero on Yokopan doesn't want to go home without a prize. We hope Lady Luck was with all our heroes tonight. And now, the winner of the 3rd annual Hero of Heroes Grand Prix is me!
What? Bro dies.
The true hero of the night has appeared in our midst. Looks like this year's Grand Prix goes to this fantastic warrior. The Nickel Samurai. Too bad, Gemma
Why has
Ninja.
he got a
Looks like the
copper
title
arm?
eluded you again this year. I have no idea. Gatewater Hotel. Next time on
Oh no!
Next time on Phoenix Wright, we get to solve another murder case involving the samurai.
I'm back in the building.
Yep, and you're back at the Gatewater Hotel. Not only that, there are many reoccurring faces in this case.
Oh boy!
Not only that, there are 2 endings.
There are
Oh.
2 endings.
There is a bad ending and a good ending.
Ah.
Awful. Hell world.
Mm-hmm. And just like this very big circus, there are only 2 days. But there's a reason
Awful.
for that.
Hell world.
We don't get much of a choice in it. So,
Okay.
next week, we'll get into that. See you guys then.
Bye.